97.3 FM.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to City. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. City FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Twenty-seven minutes past the hour of 6. 97.3 City FM. Monday, the 16th of December. The man of the moment, MOG. This is what we call the choral praise. welcoming you to a new opportunity. Day unto day utters speech, night unto night reveals knowledge. The day has a purpose, the night has a purpose. He set the sun to rule the day and the moon and the stars to rule by night. They are different parts of his creation. And so every day is an opportunity to make a difference. Using the medium of radio, we bring you wisdom, insights, excitement, excellent discussion, building a nation, uniting a people, insisting on good governance, but also reflecting the aspirations and the hopes of our people through great music, fantastic events that bring great commerce and business, but also shape mindsets. That's our mandate. That's our purpose. And we do it one day at a time. No matter how great a person is, no matter how powerful they are, they live their life one day at a time. Nobody has enough wealth to enjoy more than 24 hours per time. Even if you refuse to sleep, you still have 24 hours. In that sense, time is more important than money. Because you can find money on the street, but you can't find an extra minute on the street. When you lose money, you can get it back, sometimes multiple folds. But when you lose time, it's gone forever. So the wise man will redeem the time and see time as the ultimate natural resource. Because even if it's money you want, the raw material to get it is time. If it's friendship you want, the raw material is time. If it's influence you want, the raw material is time. Even if it's power, it takes time to do anything meaningful. Everything you have exchanged time for. Everything you do not have, you've been unable or unwilling to exchange time for. Which is why the Greeks have two concepts of time. They have chronos, which is the movement of normal chronological time, which is mundane and comes to everyone at the same pace, whether the person's a present or a pauper. But there's also kairos time, which is the opportune time, the right time. It says, for thou will arise and have mercy on Zion, for the time to favor her, yea, the set time, the kairos time. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel there's a kairos time ahead of me, a time to emerge, a time to stand up and be counted, a time to say enough is enough, a time to show the world who's boss, a time to live my life on the right path. That is kairos time. Now the question is, do you know your time? For it says, a man who does not know his time is like a bird caught in an evil net. Oh my God. This is Ecclesiastes. A man who does not know his time is like a bird caught in an evil net. Come on. May we know our time. Our kairos moment, the time to shine, the time to stand up, the time to be different, the time to lead, the time to heal. Thank you for inspiring these words, my good friend MOG, as we bring you to the 6:31 Chronos. We call this segment Business Sense. And we're moving straight into the newspaper headline segment. We call it the newspaper review segment. It's really a news review because these days the news comes in many formats and on different platforms. So why wait till the end of the year when Total Energies brings you Christmas this early? We're kicking off the holiday spirit with our Bronya Loop Bay special. Started on the 1st of November. It's until end of January. Pass by any of our major filling stations, or we call it service stations now. Change your engine oil and get a free car wash to keep your ride sparkling. Follow Total Energies at Total Energies Ghana on Facebook, Total Energies GH on X, and at Total Energies GH on Instagram. So the question is, have you been pulverized? Have you been pulverized? It's a new best of flavor from the stables of Les Farm with the Cola Classic, the orange fruit drink, the tangy fruit drink, and the cocktail fruit drink. If you're looking for a drink at Christmas that the kids will love and the parents will cherish, get Piva. Call 0550-032-231. Piva Beverages, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved. Well, it's an interactive show. What makes the show different is that we don't only talk to you, also talk to us. So let's hear from you this morning. Send me a WhatsApp message 054-998-6996. That's our WhatsApp line. You can also send me a voice note telling me how you feel. Today is Monday, right? So this is like 9 days after election. Election was on Saturday. Baumia considered on Sunday. So that's 2 days plus 7, around 9 days. Congratulations to Ghanaians for having a largely peaceful process. It's been troubling in some parts, but generally speaking, we've done well. So well done, Ghanaians. What a busy week this morning. We have all kinds of things happening. Parliament reconvenes for their final leg before this parliament will rise. Then we also have a big conversation about the parliamentary makeup in the 9th parliament. It looks like the courts will be very busy this week. There's a sitting president, there's a president-elect, there's a transition team that's meeting. We are part of that. So we're covering the transition, we're covering parliament, all for you this week. And the team is also pumped up with new haircuts, new white tops, everybody looking fresh and spiffy. There's a sense in which when you're done with something like an election, you get energized, even though it's like the year is coming to an end and people are like, I want to retire. When you finish covering a major thing like an election, you get a little boost before you disappear into 2025. So the message for the morning: finish hard, finish the year well. That building you started, do some finishing touches, do that last minute painting. That project that you initiated, make sure it gets to a very successful conclusion. We have 15 days for 2024 to be history. 15 days. You can do a whole lot in 15 days. My name is Bernard. I'm here with everybody. Richard is not yet here, but Godfred is here from Dansoman. Nathan is here from Dominic Kwabenya somewhere. And Caleb is here from McCarthy Hill area. So I have three constituents. I have Ablekuma West in the studio. I have Dominic Kwabenya in the studio. And I have... Are you Wejak Bawi? Where's your constituency? Are you moved again? Are you move every month?
The man is now
No.
He's in Dominic Kwabenya now.
This guy was initially in my area.
Yes.
At Nana Crew.
Yes.
Then he moved to Makati Hill.
Yes.
So he was in Wejak Bawi.
He's now at Dom Kwabenya.
Yeah.
1 week. Maybe why he goes to church at this place. Asalamda.
Yes.
So you have like 5 constituencies. Maybe you should be mayor one day.
He's a proper floating voter.
Wow. So you are Dominic Kwabenya. Interesting. Nathan, welcome. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Are you ready for the week?
Yeah.
You have to be.
This blonya is too dry.
Still?
Too dry.
Are you talking financially, figuratively, or politically?
In every sense.
Really?
The hampers
is too dry.
I've received 2 hampers already.
You've received hampers.
People are operating in
we have not reached the 20s.
I'll tell you something.
They are wicked.
Some people called me and
There are
said,
people that are wicked.
they said, we don't know how the election will go like. So the day before election, they brought the hamper.
People are operating in different realms.
No, they basically wanted to preempt whatever will happen.
The politics of hamper.
I got one before the election. Said, we don't know what to happen. But
The president-elect yesterday in church even mentioned that back in 2016,
when he was
as disaster struck,
the hamper.
but hey!
And because we are in transition, we don't know whether the hampers will come from the green or the blue side.
Yeah.
So this year is going to be business hampers.
One of the things that my frequent cavorting around has affected is my hamper receiving.
Nobody knows where you are.
Nobody knows where I
Where
am.
you are now.
Please, people,
Use my office for your
deliver my hamper to Bernard Davler's office. I will get it.
and we'll do chimpe.
But Bernard, the blonya is too dry.
Maybe
but
maybe we should call Ivor Greenstreet to remind us of what he said in this was 20
this is the
2015.
2015.
Yes.
2015.
Yeah, he says as you go, Charlie, NDC has come a long way. They did a congress in Kumasi and Ivor Greenstreet went to finish them.
Went to finish them,
He
then
said, he said as you choose the executive to send you into opposition, know that we are not happy with you at all. They are back in office.
Yeah, I wonder what he has to say about these things now.
Is he still in politics?
He's busy.
Ivor, is CBP, right?
Yes.
Ivor Greenstreet, Combinat Greens. The first time I saw Ivor, I was in Legon and he ran for Ayawaso West Wogon on CPP ticket. This is in the early 2000s.
You know he's the leading rifleman,
Yeah,
sporting rifleman in the country.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good one. Anyway, what are the papers saying?
Not much, because they are also saying the Blonya is too dry.
The papers?
Daily Guide is here. EC dismisses 4 PC declarations according to the Daily Guide. We'll see about that. Police investigates in Selma Dueji shooting. Yvonne Shaka headlines the African Festival.
Okay.
KFA won with 404 votes margin. That's according to this paper. Government transition team dismisses misleading claims.
The news center is here. It says no accord to refer midnight actions to transition team. That's Fatima Abubakar speaking. Promoting safer cooking, MP advocates for gas over firewood and charcoal. President Mahama hints of IMF bailout review. That's on page 8 of the news center.
Front page of the Herald newspaper this morning. EC bosses conspiring with government to overturn People's Revolution. Parliamentary result from so-called NPP safes is declared illegal. NPP MP pushes Mahama to probe into Jinapur's ministry. Tug of war for Ghana's oil. Springfield, political lobbying and regulatory chaos. IMF raises alarm on Ghana's economic progress.
The Chronicle says payments and recruitments not halted by transition team. Fatima too clarifies. 4 remanded over cruel attack in Ho, and the Kumfi chiefs elated over Mahama's victory.
Front page of the Today newspaper. I won't cancel free senior high school. Mahama reassures.
If you go to the Ghanaian publisher, it says Mahama's hypocrisy exposed. Justified last-minute appointments in 2016, condemned same in 2024. That's the paper speaking. Government dismisses NDC's transitions story, says no decision to halt payments or recruitment. And ADB refutes defamatory claims against DMD.
The front page of the Republic Press. Ghana police win praise for professional election job. Abetifi DCE denies fertilizer theft allegations. And Sam George is on the front page. Is the main story. Judiciary under fire as NDC MP calls for cleanup in 120 days.
Let me take you online. CityNewsroom.com lead story. As you said, the Christmas hampers stopped coming when I lost in 2016. He's photographed at the Assemblies of God Church with 2 pastors I know very well, Pastor Stephen Wengam and Reverend Andrews Nelson Awintia in the background. This was at the Thanksgiving service he organized after winning the election. Also, Parliament reconvenes today following landmark 2024 elections. Joshua Labi says MPP was working on how to cheat while we focused on victory. In other stories, GHS to begin cholera vaccination in Western region today, I think starting yesterday actually. And then macroeconomic stability, debt sustainability, our key focus. This is the president-elect. And as you read, IMF warns Ghana, economic progress under ECF program is fragile. They say when a snake dies, before you know its real size. That's what the IMF is now telling us. Channel 1 News is reporting Parliament resumption today after general election shake-up. Mahama says God's favor is still on Ghana. He won't forsake us. He also says we have no interest in artificial initiatives like NAPCO. So it's a lot of Mahama on Channel 1 this morning. He also says free SHS has come to stay. We'll make it better. He spoke to the VOA. We'll bring you highlights of that interview. And he says we will not jettison the IMF program. Meanwhile, EC justifies relocation of collation centers to Tesano Police Depot. And then your MP, your former MP, or she's still your MP, Ursula reflects on defeat. Next chapter in my life is unfolding. And then Adumaku Kusi says, we were vilified when we warned of MPP's imminent defeat. So lots of people from MPP are speaking. Probably give you a raft of stories on that later. A number of MPP, other former MPs or defeated MPs have been talking about what led to their loss. He says MPP must move from monocracy to key principles. The same Adumaku Kusi is the sitting MP for Anyaso too. My Joy Online lead story this morning. Baumia was a crowd puller, but we failed him. Another MPP MP is speaking. All right. And then Api Akubi says Ken Ofori-Atta grew too pompous and more powerful than Akufo-Addo. All kinds of things happening after this election lost by the MPP. Meanwhile, Mahama is saying his administration won't be a walk in the park to those who are lobbying for positions. And then Suleiman Brahma commends police for professionalism during the election. And then Joyce Bauer is asking for the EC chair position to be advertised and vetted by Parliament. Class FM is also talking about Mahama. He assures he will not scrap free SHS. Neil Vanderpoy vows to revamp Ghana sports if appointed sports minister. Lots of interesting stories. And the GNA is leading with sports. So they say Super Clash, Asante Kotoko leaves it late to punish lethargic hearts of folk. It's very, very sad indeed.
He wasn't a good man.
Very, very, very
It
sad.
wasn't. Thought
Now,
first half was-
global news. Bloomberg is asking whether Donald Trump's fueled gains face a reality check late next year. His dollars, basically they're saying Trump has given the dollar some strength, but will it last? We'll know by next year. Those are the key stories on Bloomberg.
Okay, then
this
you
morning.
start with
Okay, well, I think the
President-elect
he's been
and
everywhere.
the things he's been saying.
So-
His VOA interview, his church.
So I'm going to give you 3 stories.
Visits.
So the first one was in church at the Assemblies of God when he did a Thanksgiving service, and he said the hampers stopped coming when he lost 2016. That's on citynewsroom.com. He has emphasized his grounded approach to leadership, stating that he remains unfazed by the allure of power or the fleeting trappings of high office. And he was speaking during a Thanksgiving service over the weekend. He underscored the importance of staying connected to the realities of leadership, even after his resounding victory in December 7. He used the Thanksgiving service to call for unity and collective effort, urging Ghanaians to join him in tackling the challenges facing the nation. Now, here's a quote. He thanked Ghanaians and God for the victory, and he says, during the Thanksgiving service, he expressed gratitude for the support he received during his years in office and added, the Christmas hamper stopped coming when I lost in 2016. The many people who used to come to my gate and come and try to get into my house to see me for a minute stopped coming. It was only my siblings, my family, and my closest friends and others, my church members, who continued to stand closely by me. So for me, these trappings of power don't get into my head. I know that all the praises and blessings you be showered with by people are temporary, and it's because of the word president attached to your name. One day it will go. All right, now let me give you the other stories that I think you have interest in. So Free SHS has come to stay. This is the interview you had with VOA. He reaffirmed his commitment to the free senior high school policy, emphasizing that it is here to stay and will be improved. He spoke to VOA's Paul Ndiho on Saturday, December 14. He dismissed claims that the policy would be scrapped, labeling such statements as political gimmickry.
I think a lot of the news actually makes the big story there. He said basic education is what he is looking at.
Very interesting. I think that the journalists focus on the big headline.
The big headline,
stories.
but the main thing there, he says basic education
Yeah.
is what he's actually coming for.
I will play the full interview this morning. He also says he will not jettison the IMF program and that he has no interest in artificial initiatives like NAPCO. Okay. So all of that from the Mahama side.
Okay.
Then let's do EC before I
Yes,
bring you
let's
what
do
the
EC.
MPP MPs have been saying.
Okay, let's do EC
about
now. On
the
the front page
electoral
of the Daily Guide and then the Herald, they have 2 different interpretations of what the EC is doing. So the Daily Guide says on this front page that the Electoral Commission has declared the parliamentary results for Domko Abinya, Okankwe Central, Blekuma North and Tema Central constituencies illegal, stating that they cannot be upheld. Deputy Chairperson of the EC in charge of operations, Samuel Tete, made this announcement last Friday at the Commission's headquarters in Accra.
Okay.
He explained that the results were deemed invalid due to interference by party supporters who disrupted proceedings at collation centers and coerced EC staff into declaring results for their preferred candidates. Mr. Tete also noted progress in other areas, revealing that 3 of the 12 constituencies requiring recollation of parliamentary results, Suhum, Akwetia, and Fantiakwa North, have successfully completed the process. Now, if you go to the Herald, their version of the story is that EC bosses conspiring with government to overturn people's revolution. Officials of the EC appear aiding the defeated MPP in regaining parliamentary seats lost to the NDC during the December 7 general elections. These constituencies previously considered safe seats for the NPP include Domko Abinya, Okankwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central. After collation, the results were declared in favor of the NDC, but almost a week later, the EC has declared the results from these constituencies invalid, citing non-compliance with electoral procedures.
Watch this space.
If you go to page 3 of the Chronicle, payments and recruitments not halted. The story says Fatima Abubakar, spokesperson for the government's transition team, has urged the public to disregard claims suggesting that the ongoing Nana Akufo-Addo administration is engaging in illegal activities through last-minute recruitments and payments. In a press release dated December 14, 2024, Ms. Abubakar emphasized that all actions taken by the current administration have followed due processes and received the necessary statutory approvals. She noted that the government retained its constitutional mandate until the midnight of January 6, 2025, and is fully empowered to make critical decisions in the interest of the nation. So that's a story from.
Okay, let me
Chronicle.
take you to the Republic Press, election related as well, where the Ghana Police has won praise for its professional job. This coming from Suleiman Abrahama, who is the executive director of the Media Foundation for West Africa. Says, quote, "It got to a point I was scared about the actions of the youth. The police did a fantastic and professional job and must be commended." Parliament is also reconvening today, Bernard, at the Grand Arena of the Accra International Conference Center, following a summons from Speaker Alban Backben. The reconvening comes after Speaker Backben's decision to decline a request for an emergency sitting on November 28 and 29, 2024.
A few stories on what we call the reckoning after the electoral defeat of the MPP. MP for Anyaso Tuom, Dr. Dixon Adumaku-Sisi, says, "We were vilified when we warned of MPP's imminent defeat." He was speaking on a big issue this week, and according to him, 90 members of the MPP foresaw the party's potential defeat and raised early warnings, but their concerns were largely ignored by the party leadership. He is also alleged that the average amount that an MPP MP spent on campaigning was 10 million Ghana cedis. It was during the same program. Anyaso Tuom MP Dixon Adumaku-Sisi disclosed that the MPP parliamentary candidates spent an average of 10 million cedis each during the election campaigns. No, Dr. Adumaku-Sisi told the big issue on Saturday that the high financial stakes in Ghana's political arena are the cause of this. While acknowledging the significant financial sacrifices made by MPP candidates, Dr. Adumaku-Sisi expressed concern over the unrealistic expectations placed on candidates by voters. Now, still on this reckoning, and the Apia Kubi has also been speaking. He says Ken grew too pompous and more powerful than Akufo-Addo is alleging. This is the outgoing MP for, and both are outgoing MPs, by the way, and Asante Akim North and the Apia Kubi has delivered a scathing critique of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, accusing him of being or becoming too pompous and wielding more power than the president. Speaking in an interview on TV3, he detailed what he described as the dysfunctional dynamics in the government and at Mr. Ofori-Atta. He criticized the former minister for his perceived arrogance and lack of responsiveness to the EMT, which is chaired by the vice president. Then there's another one, Eugene Entry, also firing on all cylinders, blaming different people, talks about the weak leadership of the MPP party executive as being responsible for the electoral loss, among other things.
So I'll take you to the Herald again. They have a couple of stories on the IMF, who have raised an alarm on Ghana's economic progress and the extended credit facility. Says that this warning comes as the country continues to implement critical reforms aimed at restoring macroeconomic stability and addressing fiscal challenges. According to the IMF, while some progress has been made in stabilizing Ghana's economy, the gains are vulnerable to external shocks, delays in policy implementation, and lingering structural weaknesses. Now, the same paper also talks about
the fight for Ghana's oil.
The fight for Ghana's oil, and that story is on page 5, and says that after years of struggling to achieve unitization, the political tie shifted dramatically when the NPP, which had facilitated Springfield's influence, lost power in the December elections. So saying that there's a lot happening in that space, so watch out.
All right, now Nathan, if you have something for me, I would have loved to take you to WAPCO.
No problem. Let's go.
There's been some light load shedding, but we're told by the Class FM Online that WAPCO resumes gas transportation to Tema after a temporary shutdown. This is the West Africa Gas Pipeline Company. They've restored gas transportation services to its Tema regulation and metering station following a temporary shutdown earlier this week. Now, the shutdown was implemented as a precautionary measure to ensure the safety of the facility, which experienced operational disruptions during the inspection and cleaning activities on the onshore pipeline between Itoki and Badagry in Nigeria. Now, I just wanted to pick another one This is from Bimbila on Channel 1 News. You know, even though the confusion has stopped, there seem to be some other stories around sharing of relief items.
Okay.
So this story is on citynewsroom.com, and it says that there's been some confusion at Bimbila over the sharing of flood relief items. Yeah, and this is it appears this is something that we thought it had stopped actually, but it keeps continuing. So this is a report on City Newsroom that says that
okay, finish.
yeah, there was some confusion in Bimbila over the sharing of relief items, including rice and stuff, by people perceived to be supporters of the New Patriotic Party.
Do you have the cholera in the Western Region story?
So-
The Herald has an editorial on it. Curb cholera outbreak in the Western Region before it becomes a national crisis. And according to the editorial, according to the Western Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Yao Ofuri Eboa, the region has so far recorded 14 deaths from the cholera outbreak within the Sekendi metropolis and the Fiakwesi municipality. Those are the epicenters. As of 7 December, 789 suspected cases had been recorded, with daily new cases surpassing 60. Now, according to a report from Joy News' West Regional correspondent in Asalia Kwansa, both public and private hospitals are receiving between 15 and 20 cholera patients daily. Hospital officials have been doing their best, but have repeatedly emphasized the urgent need for more resources and supplies.
Well, the Ghana Health Service is to launch a mass cholera vaccination campaign in the Western region beginning Sunday, December 15 through December 19. This will cover metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies severely affected by the cholera outbreak. Now, this is in response to what you just read about the cholera situation in the country. Now, globally, the BBC is reporting of a major typhoon or a cyclone. Hundreds feared dead after Mayotte hit by cyclone. This is a French Indian Ocean territory which has rescue workers combing through the debris after a massive cyclone hit the island. Entire settlements were flattened when Cyclone Chido brought wind speeds of more than 225 kilometers per hour, with the poorest living in makeshift shelters particularly hard hit. So this is something that's happened in that Indian Ocean island.
Let me give you a sports story, well, two sports stories. I will tell you about Kotoko and Hearts, and then you can tell me about Manchester United.
There's nothing to say about Manchester United.
Master, there's a headline there. Check City's Channel 1 Sports. Check it. Nathan, please check the.
I'm checking
for him.
There's nothing there.
So on the back page of the Daily Guide, Kofi Owusu-Adonu. Hey, Ragovi. Good morning. I hear Mrs. is doing round 2 of the Guinness
the
record.
Singaton.
Who's Kofi Owusu-Adonu?
He's the sports editor of the
Daily Guide.
Okay.
And husband
to Efeadu.
Efeadu.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. What is he writing?
Well, he says that Kotoko have spanked us in Kumasi.
Again.
Razor sharp form attacker Albert Amwa profited from a CSC-based defensive error to slot in the ball with seconds remaining to end the game. Now, Kevin SCB, PK, you are my boy. But Ali man can't from the door, so you know what we call a man can't.
What does it mean?
Like he
likes to play to the
gallery. He wants the girls to clap.
In the newspaper stories?
No, I'm telling you what he did.
Well,
Honestly, you should have seen the goal hearts.
Charlie just cleared the ball. Charlie,
Both falls in the area. Then it go miss and
Meanwhile,
Afia.
City Sports is reporting EPL on City. Ahmad Bruno Fernandes score as Man United beat Man City at the Etihad, and it was a really mad end to a fascinating game.
Yeah.
Where in the last 2 minutes of the game, a penalty by Bruno Fernandes and a strike by Ivorian Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
He was United star performer, winning the penalty that saw Bruno Fernandes equalize, and then a 1-0 victory, which City was hoping for with a Josko Vardiol first half header, was wiped out by a Man United.
Brilliant second
comeback
half coaching.
in the Fergie time.
Yeah.
Can the coach do the work?
The second half he coached.
Can he do that?
The second half he
coached the people.
coached. Charlie, you see, and I understood why Garnacho and Rashford would not have been able to play that game.
Why is it the
It
person?
was a game of tight spaces. There wasn't going
There's
to be
no
a lot
space
of
for you
space
to
for you
run.
to run.
So
you
players
needed
who can make use of.
And you know those two, they lose the ball a lot.
It's true.
Nobody loses possession more than those two.
But I like the Ahmad guy.
Charlie, Bobo.
Ahmad is good. And
Ten Hag.
there's
Ten
also
Hag.
one.
Baba Sakura.
There's one at Brighton called Adingra.
Yeah, right to Dream Boy.
Very
Yeah.
good, very good.
Adingra.
Yeah. What happened to Liverpool though? You didn't give us the Liverpool story.
Liverpool drew with But
They drew with Fulham.
it's cool.
Yeah, Jota too is good though.
Liverpool drew with Fulham after being given a red card.
Yeah,
Arsenal too drew, so we are okay.
Everyone, I'm Hanefri, the Health and Safety Manager of Total Energies Ghana. I want to remind you of the importance of road safety, especially as the festive season draws closer. Road accidents don't just happen, they are caused. Reckless driving, overspeeding, and poor vehicle maintenance are some of the leading causes during this period. Here are a few tips to keep you safe. Always ensure your vehicle is in good condition before traveling. Please wear your seatbelt and avoid distractions like using your phone whilst driving. Let's commit to responsible behavior on the road this season. Remember, safety starts from you. Safety for me, for you, and for all. Afishapa.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
My body, when you wake up in the morning, and you know them.
7 o'clock, City Business News with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and Goil Super XP, Good Energy. Ni Latte is joining us with the bulletin. Good morning, Ni.
Good morning, Bernard. It's a new week. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News, proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Goil. Coming up this morning, Ghana could be losing 6.4 million cedis in revenue next year, should incoming Mahama government scrap e-levy and COVID-19 tax. Also in this package, IMF projects deeper energy sector deficit, but confident reforms by President-elect would help stem the tide. Later, demand for T-bills bounces back as government records 20% oversubscription weeks after missing out on its auction target. My name is Ni Latte. Many thanks for joining us this Monday morning. First up, scrapping the e-levy and COVID-19 taxes projected to result in a 6.4 billion Ghana cedis revenue loss for the incoming government in 2025. This ambitious proposal by the president-elect has sparked concerns about its feasibility, particularly under Ghana's ongoing IMF-supported program. Analysts warn that removing these taxes without clear alternative revenue measures could undermine fiscal stability and derail the country's fragile economic recovery efforts. The cancellation of these two tax handles as proposed by the incoming NDC government could create a significant 6.4 billion Ghana cedis revenue shortfall in Ghana's budget for 2025. This development poses serious threat to fiscal sustainability as the levies are projected to peak next year to stabilize government finances amidst economic pressures. Government estimates show the e-levy is expected to generate 2.4 billion Ghana cedis in 2025, an increase from the 2.1 billion Ghana cedis budgeted for 2024. Similarly, the COVID-19 levy is projected to rake in 3.97 billion Ghana cedis next year, up from the 3.1 billion Ghana cedis of this year. Based on these calculations, the two tax streams are anticipated to cumulatively contribute an additional 1.2 billion Ghana cedis in 2025 compared to the 2024 figures. This 6.4 billion Ghana cedis loss could undermine funding for critical sectors of the economy. The revenue shortfall may compel the government to resort to borrowing, thereby exacerbating the country's already unsustainable debt levels and increase Ghana's exposure to economic risk. While the proposed cancellation aligns with the NDC's aim to alleviate the tax burden on individual households and businesses, the economic trade-offs need some careful analysis, especially in offsetting this revenue gap at a time when economic recovery efforts are still ongoing. But what immediate alternative measures are required to remedy the situation should these taxes go? City Business News has been seeking some answers. Francis Timoboy is a tax consultant.
The port alone in 2023, direct tax exemption was about 3.5 billion cedis, out of which Parliament approved about 1.7 billion. Again, we have some items when you import, we zero rate them. In other words, it is classified as non-taxable. And if those items are reviewed, we can also raise a lot of money from those items. So combined, one can estimate close to 9 billion potential revenue from the port exemptions and zero rating items alone. So if we cut down on these non-essential exemptions and reviewing the zero rated items, certainly the revenue loss from the abolition of these two levies can be recovered from the exemptions that can be obtained from the port.
That's Francis Timobo. He is a tax consultant. Now, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, is calling for strict adherence to the energy sector recovery program to stabilize the sector and support fiscal sustainability. The IMF had previously warned of a larger than anticipated deficit in 2024, placing further strain on public finances despite ongoing reforms. In its latest staff report on Ghana, the IMF highlights that the sector's shortfall will surpass projected levels by 0.6 percentage points of GDP, underscoring the urgent need for accelerated reforms under Ghana's extended credit facility. There is more in the following report by Citi Business News' Emmanuel Opong.
According to the report, ineffective implementation of the cash waterfall mechanism continues to drive arrests to independent power producers and fuel suppliers by the Electricity Company of Ghana. However, the IMF expects Ghana to take decisive steps to address these challenges. A draft energy sector strategy aimed at reducing operational costs and improving collections is expected to be completed by the end of June 2025 and adopted by Cabinet by September 2025. Medium-term measures outlined by the fund include finalizing the 2023 and 2024 energy sector legacy debt validation audits by March and August 2025, respectively. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, is also expected to implement quarterly tariff adjustments aligned with the 2022-2025 electricity and water major tariff review. This comes against the backdrop of a 3% average electricity tariff increase as of October 2024, a measure intended to reduce mountain losses. At the close of December 2023, the energy sector's arrears, including legacy debts, stood at an estimated $2.1 billion, representing 2.8% of GDP. The IMF warns that the sector remains a significant source of fiscal risk, but adherence to the proposed reforms is expected to mitigate these vulnerabilities.
My colleague Emmanuel Opon with that report. More on the economy, and President-elect John Dramani Mahama is assuring that his incoming administration is fully prepared to implement the reforms under Ghana's $3 billion financing program with the IMF. This comes in response to the IMF's willingness to renegotiate the program, provided that critical reforms remain on track. Speaking on Voice of America, Mr. Mahama emphasized that his government will not abandon the program when it assumes office. He further reiterated his administration's commitment to prioritizing economic recovery with a clear focus on restoring macroeconomic stability and ensuring their sustainability.
The economy is going to be the number one focus because it affects everything else. If the economy is in a bad way, it affects education, it affects agriculture, it affects sports, it affects every sector of the country. So we're going to have to be dealing with stabilizing the economy. Unfortunately, in this circumstance, we have two major issues. One, macroeconomic stability, and two, debt sustainability. In all the other times that we've gone to the IMF, it's just been for macroeconomic stability, but we have twin problems now.
You heard John Dramani Mahama, President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. The government has successfully raised 8.2 billion Ghana cedis through its latest Treasury bill issuance, exceeding its target of 6.8 billion Ghana cedis. This signals a notable recovery after 4 consecutive weeks of undersubscription, with the latest results showing a marginal oversubscription of 19.8%. Data from the Bank of Ghana reveals that strong investor interest, with 6.7 billion Ghana cedis tendered in for the 91-day bills, while the bids for the 182-day and 364-day bills amounted to about 951 million and 508 million Ghana cedis respectively. Speaking to Citi Business News, economic and fixed income analyst at Data Bank Wilson Zilevu attributed the surge in demand to investors capitalizing on current market conditions to secure favorable returns.
The recent resurgence in investor demand reflects a strategic move on the part of investors to lock in their investments at the current attractive yields before or as they anticipate future declines in the near future. If you look at the data, the 91 rigged in about 6.7 billion, which showcase that investors want to sort of capitalize on this current high yield environment. You could also talk about the possibility of investors anticipating that the new administration in the near future might sort of consider curbing their cost of borrowing, and that could also be another factor to the high investor demand that we are seeing, especially at the shorter end of the local currency curve. So you could say that this is a proactive approach that underscores broader sentiments in the market, where locking in investments now is seen as a prudent strategy and amid a possible shift in economic conditions in the near future.
Wilson Zilevu is an economic and fixed income analyst at Data Bank. Now, Manor Heights Hotel and Conference Center has reaffirmed its commitment to promoting sustainable tourism as it expands its operations in the country. With over 3 decades in the hospitality industry, the hotel is positioning itself as a pioneer in eco-conscious hospitality. Speaking at a cocktail event to relaunch the hotel and unveil its latest venture, a beach resort in Salt Pond in the Central Region, the head of sales and marketing, Matthew Amo, highlighted the company's dedication to meeting evolving client needs while keeping sustainability at the forefront of its operations.
The rebranding is focusing on adapting sustainable hospitality. This has become very significant in this era because we need it, in the sense that it helps organizations to really appreciate the other possibilities within the business frame. And Manor Heights Hotel and Conference Center has seen the need to use this approach in embracing sustainable way of doing things. The hotel is located in Mankesim.
That was Matthew Amo, head of sales and marketing at Manor Heights Hotel and Conference Center. On the forex market this morning, the dollar trading at 15 cedis 90 pesos, the British pound at 20 cedis, that of the euro going for 17 cedis 50 pesos. A reminder that these are the rates being offered by the Forex Bureau to the general public. And that's it for the breakfast edition of City Business News, proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Goel. My name is Neat Latte. Do have a good business day.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees. Mommy chop money. Crash it. Mommy rent. Emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town. More money.
Just gone by, you heard Neil Latte with the business news, which is sponsored by EcoBank and Goel. And MTN. EcoBank says everyday people face different emergencies. One of the most critical emergencies is a money emergency. Finding yourself in a situation where you're running out of cash. But do not panic within such emergencies. Save this number, star 770 hash. Star 770 hash. And whether you need instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility bill payment, airtime, data purchases, whatever it is, you don't need internet for this. Just dial star 770 hash. And EcoBank will come to your rescue. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. And Goel Good Energy brings you Goel Super XP. It's the ideal choice for most vehicles. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Goel Super XP's quality gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Goel Super XP is fortified with special additive that gives longevity to your engine. Maximum performance, minimal fuel usage, suitable for your vehicle. Enjoy your journey. Goel Good Energy, young idea. In the studio now is Gabby Affair, ready with Kickoff. The sports news, we call it Kickoff. It's brought to you by Zonda Ghana Limited. Is your one-stop shop for quality trucks like Shantui bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, power pickups, TX trucks, oil tanks, all made and assembled right here in Ghana. At Zonda Ghana Limited, we do not only create opportunities and empower people, we provide top-notch after-sales service for all your heavy and light-duty trucks as well as machinery. The number to call is 0501772222, 0501773333. We have 7 branches across the country. Find us. Our head office is off the Tema Plau Road, close to the Free Zones Enclave in Tema. Zonda built in Ghana, building Ghana.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
touch. Oh, we need to watch. Goes down. That's quite silly, isn't it? You don't fall at this moment. Kotoko will have to attack. Osasibe. Asare!
Sorry, Gabi. Good morning, Gabi.
Good morning, Caleb. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Great. So
Monday
why
morning
is
refreshed. No, it's a good day. It's a new week. We're happy.
Where do you belong? House or Kotoko?
Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. No,
but you have to pick one. These are like our two glamorous clubs in Ghana. Arguably, Ghana's two biggest clubs.
Both. Kotoko small house, but when they win, I support them.
You can't do this. You are not allowed to do this.
Yeah, when they win, I support them. Good morning, Gabby.
Yeah, good morning, Caleb. Well, a huge defensive blunder from Kelvin Osei-Sibe. Just with some few minutes to end the game, and Kotoko ran away with all 3 points in the Super Clash. Christmas came early for the Porcupines. They also in Manchester.
Make it even better for Manchester United. Ahmad! It is all over. Incredible finish at the Etihad.
Well, Manchester United scoring twice in the final 3 minutes to deepen Manchester City's crisis with a 2-1 win at the Etihad Stadium. We'll reflect on the result from match week 16 and then walk you through what happened in the major European leagues as well. Many thanks to Shell V Power, Zonda GH, and Politan Ghana, Papa Nonye. My name is Gabby Ofer. Let's start off with a super clash at the Bara Sports Stadium involving House of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Well, Christmas came early for the Porcupines as Adverts seized on a defensive error involving goalkeeper Benjamin Asari and Heart of Folk defender Kelvin Osei-Sibe calmly slotting the ball into the net of in the 95th minute. Now the goal coming with virtually the last kick of the game and secured all 3 points for Kotoko against the rivals across Heart of Folk. Now in the post-match interview, Heart of Folk head coach Abubakar Otara was asked if his side gifted Kotoko the victory.
When you look at my face, are you thinking me I'm Father Christmas to give something for somebody? Somebody make his effort to win the match. Don't disgrace that win. He make the effort to win. It's not gift we give to Kotoko. No. I'm not Father Christmas. We just lost the match. When you lost the match, the team who beat you is the better than your team. Simple.
Well, interesting thoughts by Accra Heart of Folk head coach Abubakar Ouattara. On the winning side, Kotoko's head coach Prosper Natogum openly expresses delight following his team's victory over Heart of Folk.
I mean, look at the way we played. The manner in which the goal came. I mean, look at the way we played. Look at the chances we created. I mean, Baba Yaya was about 5 meters or 2 meters away from goal. There was nobody there. He kicked the ball away. Abet had the goalkeeper one-on-one, about 20 meters. I mean, so many chances. So if I look at the way we played and the manner in which the game was going to end, I was telling myself the game has not been fair to us. So, I mean, when the goal came, and then the celebration was predetermined. I had planned it in my mind at home that when we score, I'll remove my tie and then go and say thank you to the fans.
All right, so that's Kotoko's head coach Prosper Nate Ogum speaking there after the 1-0 win over Accra Heart of Folk. Now let's get the thoughts of some football fans, both Heart and Kotoko. They had this to say after the game.
Oh, the match was excellent. Everything was on course. And our team did all what they can do. Like just a mistake. And you know in football, it's either win, lose, or draw. And unfortunately for us, we have lost the match. Marvelous. So excited. So excited. Nice game. Very elated. Marvelous. So excited. So excited. Nice game. Very good score. We are happy. Well, it was a very nice match played today. Both teams play well, and the chances that came to the winning team aside that win the day.
Well, Kotoko fans elated after the 1-0 win over Accra Heart of Folk. Well, let me run you through the results from Saturday. And an African Pond scored the only goal as Heart of Lions went top of the Premier League table after a 1-0 win over Summertex. Emmanuel Che also scored at the death as Vision FC edged Mediama 3-2 in an exciting 5-goal thriller at home. Legon City struggled. Their struggle continued after losing 2-0 at home to Bechem United. And Bosaka Holy Stars recorded their biggest win of the season after a comfortable 3-0 win over Young Apostles. For the table, top 3, Heart of Lions 24 points, Biani Gold Stars 24, Bechem United 23 points. So that's the top 3 teams in the Premier League. Well, to Pram, the Black Maidens are through to the semi-finals of the ongoing WAFU B Girls Cup Under-17 competition after beating Benin twice in their group. Now, the tournament is being held at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram. And so the Black Maidens were top Group A with 6 points, advancing to the semi-finals where they'll face second-place team in Group B. While in Europe, Manchester United struck twice in the closing minutes to stun City in a dramatic derby conclusion at the Etihad Stadium. Amad Diallo was United's star performer, winning the 88-minute penalty that saw Bruno Fernandes and then adding the second to give the Red Devils all the 3 points. Yes, our Ruben Amorim, the head coach, feels about the win.
You can feel it that we were near to score. We improved our speed when we make our runs, and we had some opportunities with that. We controlled very well Alan and the other guys in the offense of City, and then in the end we believe it. And when we score the first one, you feel it. You feel it in the team. They wanted more, and then congratulations to the lads.
When you're starting a new project and you need people to believe in it and come with you, surely a win like that, because you just said it's just 3 points, but a win like that helps people to believe, it helps the players to follow, surely.
Of course, it's really important, but when this game finished, I remember 1 week ago in the Storm, we were 3-1 down with Nottingham at home, and that feeling I always keep that feeling for these days.
All right, so that's United's head coach Ruben Amorim speaking there. On the losing end, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola admitted he hasn't been good enough and vowed to keep searching for solutions to the team's poor run of form.
What I have to do, keep working, but I'm the boss, I'm the manager, and I'm not good enough. It's as simple as that. I have to find a way to talk to them, to the training to them, to the way you have to play, the way I have to press, the way I have to build up, and I'm not good enough. I'm not doing well. That is the truth. Because they said it's always the same problem. It's been fixed. You know, I say, no, it's that player. It's fixed, no play. But it's not that. Mateos, the incredible effort, have played in the left back, have played really, 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 really good, with or without. But, you know, it's happened, it's football, and move forward.
All right, so that's Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola after losing to Manchester United. Well, Ismail Assar scored twice as Crystal Palace beat Brighton to inflict a first home defeat at the season on their rivals and move 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Chelsea moved within touching distance of the Premier League leaders Liverpool with a narrow 2-1 victory over Brentford at Stamford Bridge. Yes, Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson on the title race.
No, really, me, I don't even know they're 2 points ahead. Huh? I'm just trying to win every game and try to focus on the next one. I don't look at the table. I don't even know what is title race, to be honest.
You really don't know?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even look at the table. Just trying to win every game, you know, just focusing game by game and try to win as much as possible.
Well done.
All right, so that's Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson speaking there. And so Enzo Maresca's side they now sit second on the table, 2 points behind the Reds, who have an advantage of having played a game less. 5 games, 5 goals in a rampant first half, and Tottenham a standing victory at St. Mary's Stadium and ended the tenure of Southampton boss Russell Martin. The returning Diogo Jota scored late as leaders Liverpool twice fought back with 10 men to deny Fulham following Andy Robertson's red card at Anfield. Newcastle also put 4 past Leicester City. Later today, AFC Bournemouth will take on West Ham United at 8 p.m. at the Vitality Stadium. There's huge Ghanaian interest there. Anton Semenyo coming up against Mohamed Kudus. In Spain, Barca suffered a surprise defeat at home to Leganés to see their lead at the top of the La Liga cut. And so Hansi Flick's His side are only above Atletico Madrid on goal difference and 1 point above third place Madrid. That's the very latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at citysportsjj. Back later at 5 p.m. with more. My name is Gabby Ofer. Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Shell V Power, Zonda JH and Politan Ghana, Papua New Guinea. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care of yourself and bye-bye.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years now? I just got awarded the deal, but the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, poor pickups, 4-land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks. Made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office. Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks, located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell, go well.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This ad is not about how convenient or easy to use the Affinity app is, or how accessible and affordable our loans are, or not having to worry about monthly or transaction fees. Yes, banking without fees. This ad is about a community of entrepreneurs, individuals, young people, and you, the go-getter. And Affinity, providing the necessary services and tools to help simplify daily banking tasks and grow your business. Easy and accessible. Because banking doesn't have to be an inconvenience. With Affinity, you're in. To get the app and apply for loans, dial *229# or go to affinityghana.com.
Pepper powder, pepper jawo, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder. Etienga wo, koketa niya potoyoa, sankofa got you coming. Go for sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder. Abuna abonje krakra. Sankofa pepper powder. Red and hot, very natural. Sankofa pepper powder. Chichinga and Nambia. Sankofa pepper powder. Noodles, Ghana jollo. Sankofa pepper powder. Esisia nete. Sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder.
Are
you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
I am Wahinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. And this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotongwa.
Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Zenya wote wenza from the trimuno na me crazy. Me show any money when you go see ya me say me crazy. Baby, hold on out to you me of me. Me and to man come make us such a me da. Nanka me your dog carpenter. Mama mo kuma ba kumja. Mama where we send ya. You don't know your rubber. Me your dog carpenter. Mama kuma ba kumja. Mama where we send ya. You don't know your rubber. Yes, it's so cool in my bed. So we get something in common, pepe. Why am I missing one here? Never be away, no. Although to me, mommy, three on us about you. I had no crowd on the way to I can't deny the fact that I fall in my angel. Nanka me your dog carpenter. Mama kuma bakumja. Mama where we send ya. You don't know your rubber. Me your dog carpenter. Mama kuma babumuja. Mama where we send ya. You don't meet your rubber. Me feel it the lady inside you. Besima woni ya fakeke. Don't you go man away. But you grow much ya kono no. Is it your identity and that you know aguri? Oda me wa ma wenti na me do aguri me de. Oda na se okuko wa.
So did you know that it's exactly 15 days to the end of the year? And that it's exactly 9 days to Christmas. When I was younger, we used to do Christmas countdown. These days, it's like Christmas is nothing. It's like, Christmas Abba. You know, from when I was young, Christmas used to be a day. Now Christmas is a season. What I mean is that in my childhood, Christmas Day was so important. 24th was such a... If like 24th night, you don't do Christmas apata, you've lost guard.
Yeah.
If you don't chew chicken on Christmas, hey, if I don't drink Fanta. And they used to, you know, my mom would get us, we had a tailor in Medina who they would buy material for Christmas dress. So
yes.
Myself and my brother would drop at the tailor's place for measurement.
Thank you.
Then our Christmas shadow would be sold for us. We always had a Christmas present.
Yes.
My favorite was the water pistol.
Yeah.
Water pistol. Then Christmas was, of course, when we chew chicken with Coke and those things. And then 24th night we used to do a bonfire.
Okay.
So we'll do a big bonfire and we'll do Christmas apata. You can ask Amitewe, all these things I'm saying is true.
Oh, we believe you.
So we'll sit under the apata. I don't even know what we're doing under the apata, but we won't sleep 24th night.
We're not doing carols night.
No. My father and things will go back. We're doing Christmas apata. And if you sleep 24th night, you've missed out. You have to be awake. I don't know about you. 24th night was very, very special for us. At least it was the 80s and early 90s. You don't remember this because you were born. You were born or you born?
I was in a mission house, so we receive a lot of guests. There's a lot of cooking.
So you don't know Christmas apata?
No, I see it, but in the village too there was that, and people would set up drums. They would use tin tomatoes and things to be playing drums and things.
He used to travel. You know, Caleb grew up as the son of a missionary.
Yeah,
so he was in. Where is it? Nankesi.
You remember?
And then there's another one near Suhum, right?
That's Nankesi.
There's one near.
But the first one is Tokrano. That one I didn't see much of Tokrano.
Tokrano.
Yeah, that's in Oti region now. That's his first
station. Man just collapsed in a chair.
Yeah, Tokrano.
Somebody fetch the ashes.
Receive it.
You know, it's when you traveled that you realize that.
So in the meantime, you can drop Tokro.
By who?
Daddy Luma, right?
No, we are not there. I just wanted to find out, what about you? How was Christmas in Kumasi in the 80s? Because I was in Medina.
Yeah.
So did you guys used to do Christmas apata?
Oh, we used to do that, you know, and for me.
Oh, you were more posh.
Oh no! I mean,
no,
I wanted to say something about you. It's okay.
Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Patasi Estate and Kwadaso Estate. I was born. So okay. When you're coming from Sofo Line,
yes, I know.
All right,
Line.
going to Prempeh College, going to Opokowari.
Okay.
So that stretch, you drive through Mango Down. You know, so from Sofo Line, you're coming up to Mango Down.
So what constituency is this?
Oh, Bernard.
Who is is it old?
At this point, I don't. No. So we are not close to Tafu.
Wait, so where you see Sofo Line there?
No, so Sofo Line, where Sofo Line is, okay. If you go up, you are going to the Abreport Junction. So it will take you some time before you even get to Swami. So you get to Swami roundabout, and
then my first visit in Kumasi was Abreport Junction.
Yeah, that's
the
where.
First time I came to Kumasi
was Abreport Junction.
My brother used to live at Abreport Junction,
close to Bantima.
Yeah, so that's where I stayed. For like 2 weeks.
Then you were in the heart of Kumasi proper.
This is 1997.
Okay,
Abreport
all right.
Junction.
Yeah, so Abreport
should be in Shaso constituency. Is that it?
No. Mention the name of the place again. Patasi.
So Patasi Estate. So Patasi is very close to Kwadaso Estate. You know, so they are just around the same place. So I remember we're very close to a church, you know, called Church of God. Okay, so Church of God was kind of like Pechepe, people going there. You know, so if you go to Church of God, class, a favor has located you already.
But you are not going to Church of God?
No, so I was a Baptist.
Like a fundamental Baptist, like difference, no? Is it the Ghana Baptist Convention type?
Ghana Baptist Convention Baptist, yes.
Okay. Were you in the choir?
Yes, I've always been in the choir, you know, and so Christmas 24th especially we will do the carols night, and because the Baptist was Pechepe small, but the people in there not necessarily be Pechepe like that. Oh yes, we sing hymns, you know, we sing the Rescue the Perishing kind of hymns.
So you used to do Festival of Nine Lessons and carols?
Yes, we used to do that.
So your parents will not allow you to do Christmas apata?
You have to be in church.
Osofoba?
You must be in church.
Your mother was a gospel musician?
Yes, she was.
Were you a baka?
I used to. Calm down.
There's a video, a priceless video I released on Christmas 50th. That video, I'm keeping it for 50 minutes. You know,
can I come and see you? Can I see you and buy that?
You know the dresses that have like.
You mean the budget or the puff?
The dresses that have.
Yeah, that is puff.
Show this.
So Freeman's mother was a gospel musician. You know they want to do left.
Yeah.
Right? Freeman was a backing singer. Which studio did you record that thing?
Oh, Arc Studio in Tema.
Budget.
Oh, what I do if you come and say yeah, Tema?
Yeah, serious people. Better say that thing again. No, we're offended. One can hear.
In your childhood, you didn't do the outdoor things we used to do for 24th because you were a church girl.
Yes.
You were a church girl. But how special was Christmas to you?
Christmas was very special.
Did they sew new dresses for you on Christmas?
We used to buy, so we used to sew. My mom will sew clothes for us during the year and all. But Christmas we won't sew. Christmas you have to buy, so that you know that it is Christmas.
So they have to buy.
You know some ready-made and lace is somewhere. Some ribbon is somewhere. You know that kind of. So
they'll buy new lace. Christmas dress.
Yeah, there's
Did
lace.
You used to wear the
under.
socks, white socks.
Yeah, with a lace.
With lace
at the end of it with a bow.
Yeah.
You know, inside small.
Folded down,
with your shoe and specs.
I wanted to ask if you know, for those of us in Accra, Christmas you call your crew. But we Kumasi your crew. It won't even be Accra.
But why do people say that? Kumasi just be crew.
Who ever?
Manson Kwanta.
So Kumasi, but you also go to your hometown.
What do you mean by that?
You know, like Nathan is from La. And Nathan lives at maybe
so going to go.
So he has crossing the road when he's going to MC a program.
But he's not from. But he's not from East Legon.
You know what I'm saying is that the guys they don't like if Vivian is going to a hotel, he's passing through a hometown. Is that the same with you people?
No, it's the same because in Kumasi somebody comes from Amekom.
Okay.
But now Amekom is in Kumasi. People live. Amekom
so such a person they don't have a hometown.
It depends on where you live because.
But you could go to.
I would travel to my hometown.
Okay, you could travel. But did you used to do that for Christmas?
No.
How far is your Manson Kwanta from Kumasi?
Manson Kwanta will be about an hour and a half drive from Kumasi.
Is it on the way to Bonue?
No, that's Efijase.
Okay, where's Manson Kwanta?
So Manson Kwanta is on the way to Obuasi. When you get to Anyuan Kwanta, you take that Anyuan Kwanta road. Okay.
Sky, the way to figure out Kumasi is to use the route out of it. That's how I figured it out. Okay. So there's the route coming to Accra through Tech.
Yeah.
That's the Jisu route. Then there's the route to Sunyani. That's the one that passes near Sofo Line interchange. That's called Ebuakwa. Yeah. That's where the hospital, Afari Military Hospital is. Then there's one that takes you to Obuasi. That one, there's this roundabout. Santasi roundabout takes you to that one. Then there's one that takes you to Mampong. So if you want to figure the town, because Kumasi is like center spreading out.
Exactly.
So if you get to and you're going to the airport, there's this major traffic light at the airport. One of those routes, I forget where it takes you to.
Is it the Dichemso one?
There's this big traffic light when you're going to the airport.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a valley bisa. What's the name of that traffic light?
I don't know the name of that traffic light. No, but I know that you use the airport area is close to like Dichemso area.
But there's a name of the traffic light. Godfrey is useless. He was that pempe, but he doesn't know anything about it. Anyway, so the Christmas in my childhood used to be a day. Now it's a season. Okay. Now we're bringing back the day with 24th. Now, so the situation is to basically say all the things you used to do in 24th that you couldn't do. We are bringing it back. Just that we are because we've moved from poverty to a bit of middle class. Because we have to. When we're young, Christmas was like the first time we drink drinks, but now you can afford any drink. So it's not about the food; it's about meeting old friends and ushering in the season. Being grateful that we finished a very tough year. We've had an election and luckily it's been peaceful, even though there have been pockets of things. And we're moving the program closer to home because now we are in East Legon, which is the new. I predicted that East Legon is the new center of Accra. Okay. So we are East Legon now. Now once we bring situation to East Legon is the capital.
That's right.
So when we're Legon, when you build a new building, it's not the VC who opens it. The vendors will come and declare it open.
Commission it.
So Channel 1 and Citi is commissioning East Legon as the new event center of Accra.
Thank you.
And we are doing it because it's very close to the overhead bridge. And we've chosen a place called what?
Underbridge.
The Underbridge.
Event center.
So basically, after 24th, you can go to East Legon and say you are come to the capital.
Yes.
That's the capital of Accra.
You are right.
So 24th night is 73 reasons. We are going to have music and all the performers. We are going to meet old friends. We are going to eat. We are also going to commission East Legon as the capital of the capital. Starting from that junction all the way to American House to Okpongolo is the richest, apart from airports, is the richest square mile in Ghana. If you look at the caliber of buildings there, if you look at the real estate, the kind of shopping malls, is a very expensive place. So if you want to be part of the commissioning ceremony, Firma will give you the details.
Of course, I mean, very straightforward. Just to start with, let me put the number down just so you don't miss it. So the number is 0205 973 973. 0205 973 973.
Thank you.
You know, Bernard,
what are they calling to do?
Somebody is saying that the place you were calling is Angloga Junction. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, Angloga. Charlie,
Angloga Junction.
But that's not how it's said. Angloga Junction.
Let's stay focused. We'll come to Angloga later. You're saying if somebody they are calling a number to do what?
So you are calling the number to book and follow suit with your payment to be part of the Situation All White Christmas party.
Bringing back our 24th night.
Exactly. So you just call us. We've put the packages out. You know, so platinum, diamond, gold, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, a group of 8, group of 5, group of 20, group of 30.
Yes.
Just give us a call. Just tell us you want to be part of Situation, and then you are good to go.
But would there be Spirit of Volta?
What is that?
AKA Surabi.
Oh, Ogogoro.
Why are you threatening the young lady?
The killing focus. You mean that has to be there? Otherwise, me.
What am I saying is that, there are various categories of drinks. You can call it whatever you want. There are spirits. There are beers, there are soft drinks, there's water, there's coconut water, everything. There's also chicken, there's also roasted whatever, fried yam, all those things.
But for a very sizable portion of the populace who will be coming there, they need to first of all start some warmth in their tummy before moving to the table to get food.
Oh, I mean,
it's not about yevuha.
No, but the warmth is the soup.
No.
It's early, you know. It's 7:49. It's on their way to school.
It's the way that the elder is saying no.
Is it not chicken rice without Jesus?
No. You open your belly to
does that thing have a name?
Is it for your belly or for your chest?
No, the belly. It opens, thank you, to receive all the allocations.
So is that what you call an appetizer?
That's right.
Do you have appetizer?
No, so you see, when you go home, they ask you, talk with Marakuku Nadele Bachate now. In other words, when you bring that out, then you bring what is known as Konko.
Konko
is the small tot.
But we have some.
I want to be sure. I want to know whether it's Sorabi, because Sorabi will make sure that you are probably constituted.
So hold on. So the Sorabi is a brand name?
No. This one is our local dry gin.
We have some.
You have some. Very well.
I think we have everything.
So basically, they will have starters, appetizers, they have cocktails, they have main
welcome drinks.
Some of the tables will have like a proper it's like serve yourself.
Thank
what
you.
do you call it?
The buffet.
The buffet.
Yes.
And the other tables will be served.
Very well.
The key thing is don't come alone. Come with friends. Come with family. Invite your cousins from abroad to come.
Thank you.
A lot of them will land on the 22nd, 23rd because Monday is 23rd. So the Christmas rush, they come 22nd, 23rd.
Yes.
If you book a table for you and your family and friends, and you can book any number. So it can be 2, it can be 4, it can be 20, it can be 50.
Thank you.
All right. But the key thing is to book early.
Exactly.
So the table will be reserved for you.
Very much so.
As for the things you are asking for, there are various combinations. You can even do your
own thing.
You can whatever.
Very well.
So don't worry, that's not the problem.
I just want to get that for that population.
Please read it for me.
This one says, my team and I paid for platinum.
Yeah.
We need a good view. Tell Frema to position our table well. Another one says that tell Sky I am calling Freeman because of his activism. Yes. I need something hot for December 24.
But I was surprised that the hot thing. Yeah, I always thought it was soup.
No. It's, you need some chima jelly, aka surabi, alo dekele, alo deha,
thank you,
alo fofonha, or aka focus. You know,
aka who?
Focus. When you apply that medication,
thank you.
No, the banku can be like this.
Yeah, man.
So it helps you deal with the food.
Yeah.
It helps you deal with the food. But what did you? What was your 24th night like in your days? Because we didn't used to sleep. We would do Christmas apata. She was a choir girl, so Baptist choir. He was a mission boy.
Mm-hmm. So Bernard, I think our tradition was more to do with, first of all, getting a way to do the artificial poo. That I don't know.
Knockout.
So we didn't have so much luxury.
No, we used to do carbide. Do you know carbide?
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Yes, bamboo.
Yes.
We used to use carbide bamboo and we pour water on it, then boom.
No, we were not using the bamboo because we didn't have
bamboo. You know bamboo in your area?
You have, but it was in the copper area.
So what you do?
The copper and all of these places. So you go to the dam site.
Okay.
You collect empty tomato cans.
Tin tomato cans.
Yeah, that's right. Then you bring it home. Then you get maybe a broad leaf of banana or plantain, and then you put it on the floor. Then you get a carbide.
Yeah.
You pour water on it.
Okay.
And then you use the thing whatever to cover it.
Yes.
By which time you would have drilled a
this
hole.
This is AI carbide.
This is STEM.
Telling STEM education.
Has been here since.
Then you put your finger on top of the hole.
Dangerous.
So that it will allow the gas.
Yes.
Exactly.
Then when you remove
then you light the matches and then you put it there. Then they can't contain.
Because ours was we'll use either bamboo or somebody actually use a metal to create this thing you said, and we'll pour carbide in it, pour water on it. When it's simmering, you cover it and you light it.
Yeah, that's right.
It was, and then we used to have knockout.
Yeah, knockout was for people who could afford.
But we used to. I also used to have this gun, a wooden gun, right?
Yeah.
Where you put like a small tube.
It's a pipe.
And then you remove the matches stick into it.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And then you will use the tin to the sardine stick. Then then you raise your hand, then blast.
So normally you cut the wood. You cut the wood in the shape of a gun.
Thank you.
And then you go to a mechanic shop.
Yes.
And in this case, we were basically breaking people's cars. And forgive us.
I used to do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you go into the shop.
Forgive us.
And then you go under a car. Yeah. The brake fluid flows through a certain pipe. So you cut that. When you cut it, then you fold one end.
Yes.
Right. When you fold one end, then you get.
But also elastic.
Rubber.
You need elastic.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. You get a rubber from the car tire.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you wrap the pipe against
you are correct.
the wooden the gun.
Yes.
Then you get the spokes of a
exhaust, a small. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That becomes.
Then you remove the matches top into it. Then you no. First you have to when you put that you have to shake it.
Yes.
Then you do
yeah.
It be rough.
Otherwise, you get what mercury. I don't know whether it was mercury or when you open up a car battery.
Yeah.
Right, the one that they normally put some
acid used to do dangerous things.
Very dangerous things. So then you remove the lead or it's either the lead or something.
Yeah.
You remove it and then you put it in a container. You heat it to a certain temperature. It melts. When it melts, you then create a hole in the wet sand, right?
Yes.
And then you pour the liquid into it with some nail at the middle.
Hey!
Then that will create a hole inside.
Yeah.
Right. Then you use that when you get to a hard wall. You put the matches inside. Yeah?
No, they are born.
When they are born,
then to explode.
Oh!
Then you laugh.
Yeah, we'll laugh. We're just happy. We'll do competition.
Right, so we are giving the chance to. Yeah. We are not going to do those crazy things. We are saying that now that you've matured, from carbide and knockout, you can now come to situation, the all-white party, and say, God, thank you for bringing me far.
I tell you.
From the days of carbide, from the days of knockout, from the days of shaky mat. One of my worst
material.
The material they got for me and my brother, it was like when you iron it doesn't iron. And they did 2 tops for us that we should win. They did Anko.
Anko, yes. That's
terrible.
And then they buy you some sandals, it's like Jesus sandals, but they use rubber to do rubber.
The Moses.
Then you have
This guy, I'm telling you. So for all of you who want to reconnect with friends, to reset for the new year, it's been a tough year, trust me. It's happening at the Underbridge.
The Underbridge.
It's on the 24th of December.
Yep.
And there's going to be some great music. The man in the background is called Bisake Day. And we also have Adani Best.
Adani Best is coming.
Who else do we have?
We also have Keche coming.
Oh, man.
And then we also have MOG.
I love it. And I love it. I love it. So the energy of Keche, the anointing of MOG, the old school grill of Adani Best, and the stylishness of
Bisake Day.
I tell you.
And the Inchinchim band.
They are just holding us down.
They are in
the background.
Yes.
They are in the background.
Chim. You understand? You're not tuning. Chim.
Right. Let's read a few comments. But Frema is saying that if you want to be at this event, just call
0205 973 973.
That's the WhatsApp number to reach us on.
Yes.
You could actually just say, "Hi, I am Fifi. I want to register with 9 of my friends. What should we do?"
Exactly.
Somebody can call you back.
Yeah.
Or you can actually call the number. But you could also WhatsApp as well. So now, a few corrections here. So that Angloga thing is a traffic light. It's a traffic light. The airport thing I was talking about was a traffic light. I don't know Kumasi well. I need to do a proper Kumasi tour.
Angloga Junction is around Asafo.
I've even brought confusion.
That's what makes me I'm confused.
You don't even know the constituency of the place you used to live. Hey, Frema.
No, but now the constituency they've changed.
So when did you leave Kumasi? It was when you came to Legon that you left Kumasi.
Yes.
It has changed. The place has changed, eh?
Oh, the place has really changed. It's really changed because now interchanges, the roads, the place has changed.
So the
New
traffic light at the
all.
Kumasi airport is Angloga Junction or Oforikrom traffic light.
Oforikrom,
Thank you for
so
this.
Many years ago,
So Sky, if you want to know Kumasi and Caleb, I think you should do the show you used to do
about town.
I think you should do a Kumasi version to teach people Kumasi, because for me, for a long time, only Kumasi I knew was Tech. So there was the SCC Junction, that was Tech, and then there was the rest of Kumasi. But now, because of Heritage Caravan, I know the Afari, the Sofo line thing. I also know the airport because sometimes I go by air. I also know the road that takes you to Obuasi. There's also a Bekwai one.
So from Santata roundabout, you move straight, so when you are going to the Konfanochi areas, you get to the Bekwai roundabout.
Good.
So that can take you to the Konfanochi Kejetia area, or you can also use the Pine Avenue towards the Ishayesu to Edum.
One of the favorite things I like to do is to ask people, what is the Kumasi version of this town? I did that Sunday. So I was asking somebody, and the one we struggled with was La Paz. They said which part of Kumasi best represents La Paz. So for example, if you say Ridge, there's Ridge in Kumasi, there's Ridge.
Yes.
If you say Cantonment, there's a version.
Yeah.
La Paz was difficult until somebody said La Paz is Atonsu.
La Paz can be Atonsu.
They don't sleep.
Exactly.
Well, some way.
There's always action there.
They don't have straight lines.
Inside area, inside.
There's a lot of unnecessary things going on there.
Action day.
That's Atonsu. That's Atonsu for you.
If you want the best furniture there is in Ghana, go to Angloga Junction.
Oh, I mean,
Because first of all, foods are plenty there.
Yeah.
And I remember when.
But the Wood Village is no longer there.
They have moved it, right?
I think they've moved it to
it was been so many years.
So this Angloga?
It's Angloga. So Angloga properly.
That's what they do. Those days, I remember when you used to get the carpenters, go to Kumasi.
Exactly, you get it there. So those days when I was on Omnibus Service Authority,
as a
helping David Quarter, we'll go there, to Angloga Junction, buy the furniture for people, and then bring it back.
From how big is Swami? Have you been to Swami recently? As the market, I'm told it's a massive place.
Swami Mazin.
You did a show there, right?
Mazin,
is it bigger than Abosiokai?
It's big. Swami is really big, and even where they are in terms of the spaces where their spare parts thing is really big. But there is more land behind that. I'm told it was huge. We did like 5 episodes there, and we couldn't even capture 10% of the whole space.
The new MP is John Dakun, who was my senior in Legon. He's a lawyer. He defeated Yeah, okay. I think I won't say defeated. Chairman Sabo also did not go again.
Yeah.
So he has a big job to be MP for Suam. Is not easy.
It's
a
huge.
massive place.
Yeah.
So Lawyer John Daku, good morning to you. Yeah, enjoy your service. We'll take a short detour into tech and social media trends. I want to send a petition that you should stay on this show. I want to send a petition.
Yeah.
I want to send a petition back.
It is possible.
Like you like the.
It is usable.
It is usability.
I think you like now you more.
Dynamic.
You do your
It's a people's calling.
You do your own things there. You know, so Nathan is here with social media trends. We are free to stay. We have not sacked you.
No, I know.
You are free to stay.
No, I know. Yeah.
It's brought to you by who?
Why are you red this morning? Is it because you defeated House of Folk yesterday?
It is.
Sky, what's your problem?
Ukumakema.
Abeba.
The porcupine warriors. Yeah.
Get out from there. Get out from there.
One firewood they fire inside, but it cook for a whole town. One firewood. Get
out. Come up for that.
When I check a social media trends is brought to us by First Bank Ghana and Telecel. First Bank says if you're sending money to Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, it's very easy. They have the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System (PAPS), where you can send and receive money from any of these countries for personal and business purposes. All you would need is to visit any of their branches nationwide with the cash, and your money is transferred. To receive the money, you will need a First Bank Ghana account. There's another way we put you first. Please call 0596 921 921 to find out more. And it's the season for connections, joy, and lasting memories. Just don't run out of data. Telecel Fixed Broadband has an amazing package for you this season. We're introducing the Too Much Christmas offer. It gives you a whopping 150% bonus data for just 150 Ghana cedis extra on your current plan. More data, more Christmas magic. Simply dial *900#. Visit www.telecel.com.gh or download the app Telecel Play app to subscribe to the Too Much Christmas offer on Telecel Fixed Broadband today. Telecel, connecting energies.
To bring us the Angloga version, the Angloga Junction, or they call the Angloga Junction version of tech and social media trends. Charlie, we have to send you to Kumasi. you are crowd up too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's well.
I say you don't know tech.
Have you been to Kumasi?
You've not been to tech.
I've been to Kumasi twice.
Oh,
and you are happy to say you are. I've been to Kumasi twice. As if it's an achievement.
No, but you asked me.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
For a Ghana,
yes,
it's
an achievement. You asked a question. Yes. Have you been to Kumasi before?
Put this man on the heritage caravan.
Thank you.
Tie him to the front seat and don't let him come out of the car until he travels the whole country.
For a Ghana man,
I've been to Kumasi twice.
Question: have I been to Kumasi? Yes, twice.
No, the way you answered it was so funny. I've been to Kumasi twice.
Yeah, you asked me a question, and anyway,
let's twice.
Uncle Moss,
I'm sure the second time I was like, Mama made it.
No, the first hours really. I've not been there. I've not been to
all the good things I heard.
I've not been there extended. Strangely, I've not been there extended. Hours, I go for a few hours, I'm back. Let's get into the trend.
No, we'll get into the trend. You know, you have to trend.
I have to drop it here when you said you were talking about Swami.
Swami, yes.
Yes. And I heard Nathan Caleb trying to give you Swami some answer. This my wife.
No, I was asking how big Swami was.
Very big.
It's large.
So give me a sense.
Very big.
If you take Accra, there's Agbogboshi, there's Abosi Okai. Is Swami like the combination of the two in terms of physical size?
Abosi Okai, yes.
It's like from Agbogboshi all the way to Abosi Okai.
Yes.
Through all those Beyi man size.
Yes.
Massive.
Yes.
Wow.
You see, because you have new Swami.
Oh, okay.
And you have old Swami.
Okay.
You have Bushen, you have Merkro.
All together.
All within the enclave.
Wow.
Merkro.
Yes. Within the enclave. And then you have the Swami magazine, which has grown over the last 50 years to an industrial.
So they make things there.
Well, that's magazine. The artisanship thing that has grown over the years.
But there's also a general market.
Well, they have markets there. So New Swami is a whole community, Old Swami, which borders New Swami borders Bushen, which now has become a major suburb as well.
Wow.
So the whole area is very big.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. We need to go back there. I want to go there.
And the vibe in Swami is nice. One of the spare parts dealers told me, "How they open Nipa cry, baby?" I'm telling you,
they cannot
because they were fixing the excavators. They were making it. They are huge.
So they have so they have various components of the Swami.
Yeah. So magazine is actually on the main road.
So you can see it as you drive.
The road as you drive off to Offenso, yes. But the Swami proper. If you are coming from the Swami roundabout, where the police station, where now there's the interchange, the police station is on your left. As you come up, you come to the hotel. I forget the name of it used to be a very popular hotel owned by the Jemfis.
Not Georgia Hotel.
No. Georgia Hotel is in Asokwa.
So this hotel there is no longer there, right?
The hotel is there.
So you have to call for him out.
It's the Jemfi, the guy who's what do you call him? The board chairman of Exim Bank.
That's his family's hotel.
Yeah, the family hotel. It was very
somebody will send it. Don't worry.
Very, very popular hotel.
Somebody will send the name.
And then you move into the magazine area.
Boatin
Jemfi. They are the family. It was a very famous family in Swami.
I want you to promise before Nathan comes that you will take us to Kumasi again. This time to go and see the place, to show us around.
But Nathan is not excited about
it. No, me, I want to go.
No, once he reach, he can't do blow. He's travel.
No, Charlie. I want to go to the place, but I want to go back and know that.
Yes.
Is it New Room Hotel?
It's New Room Hotel. People are sending me the thing. People are sending me the thing.
New Room Hotel. So this New Room Hotel is on the fringes of Swami.
Yes,
one of
it's
the ends.
In Swami. So maybe I'll say that will be the beginning of the magazine side.
Then to be MP there must be tough, because this is commercial, industrial, business people. So if they're angry with you, you are dead.
I think that we have, if you like, we as a country, we have underutilized the essence of places like Swami Magazine, what used to be Kokompe back in the day. We've just policy has not focused on converting and transforming it to something good, because we're pushing the, if you like, the white man's approach
kind of
of technicianship. Where the artisanship type of technicianship is very cultural and easy.
So usually our Ministry for Trade are usually thinking WTO, big ideas, instead of focusing on the commerce, our marketplaces.
I think in Africa we don't have, in Africa generally, we don't have business focusing on something called Ministry of Trade at the expense of Ministry of Commerce.
So commerce is more meaningful. That's what we do.
Yes,
it's
us.
All right. Nathan, trend for me. I wanted Kumasi to trend. I wanted Angola to trend. Don't tell me Man U is trending.
Yeah, but they are
not trending. Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, let's get into the
manufactured trend that Godfrey initiated.
No. There are several things in the trend. Yes. Several. So let's start locally. So names like Osea Sibe, Albert Amoa, Super 2, Asante Kotoko are trending. They are the key actors from yesterday's super clash between Kotoko and Hearts. Now, Kelvin Osea Sibe was, I can say, Hearts of Oak's best player yesterday.
Happened to him?
He was the defender. There's this tackle he did in the first half. Albert Amoa was too on goal. Managed to scoop the ball.
Wow.
But at the end, it was the same Osea Sibe who gave the goal away.
It happens.
The ball dropped in the box, tried something, and then Albert Amoa
It's becoming a habit of his.
PK.
He's a very good defender. The simple tackles that need to be made, he won't make it. He does Charlie. Like that Dan Coleman type thing.
He needs a coach who will give him 2 lashes.
Yeah, then the supporters was good.
So the House Kotoko game is trending.
Yes. So Kotoko Hearts, it was on telly yesterday. So those who I enjoyed watching, I watched about 50 minutes.
I watched that game.
You mean he was playing Davi Ponda?
Yeah, Davi Ponda.
Super 2 is trending. Hearts of Oak trending.
No, better. You don't know Davi Ponda. When you play the ball, boom, into the air.
No, we used to call it Sambewa.
Okay, that's Davi Ponda. You are displaying your skills to them.
So that those at home will watch.
Okay. Other things trending. Ahmad, Manchester City, Amorim, City.
I told you that Man City, they need to go
Rashford,
to Brazil to go and solve this problem that they are facing.
Mason Mount, all of them training because Man United won.
Since Vinicius won the Ballon, lost the Ballon d'Or,
nothing has worked.
They won only one match, and this is their 11th game. Sky, it's serious.
Ugarte,
you know me when I say they say I'm superstitious. You took somebody's, you took somebody from Brazil's Ballon d'Or,
but it wasn't.
And then when you took it, you went to display it in Etihad with crutches. From that day, you've not won 11 matches. You won only one. So they should go and beg Vinicius.
Vinicius is doing things.
Recently there was a news article that said they dug into Vinicius's ancestry and they said he was from Cameroon.
It is close to Benin.
Chelsea also trending. They beat Brentford 2-0. Now Chelsea, I don't understand. They are 2 points behind Liverpool, and yes, they say they are not in the title race. Yes, 4 players were interviewed yesterday. Cole Palmer, when he was
title race before Christmas. We know the title race after Christmas.
Cole Palmer was interviewed yesterday. He said, "Title race. What is a title race? He's never heard of the word.
That's good psychology.
The two phrases, like the two words. Title race. He said, "I didn't know."
They have the right mindset.
So talking about all of that. So a lot of football in the trends. Leganes, they beat Barca, all of that.
Real Madrid drew, Barca also lost.
So it was a great Real Madrid game on Saturday. 3-3.
There's a Ghanaian there, Mumin.
Abdul Mumin.
Oh,
Black Stars player.
Is he a left back or right back?
He's a centre
back.
Centre back.
We seem to have some very
and a right to dream
quiet, good players in the Spanish league defense. It seems to be a good place for our people.
So why is Otadu shine like that?
Is he still our coach?
Yes.
Let's move on.
Your mood has changed, though. What's your mood changed?
We'll see, Charlie. Because we have some good players.
Yes. To some tech news, and on the 19th of January, Google parent company Alphabet and Apple must be ready to remove TikTok from their US app stores. That's according to US lawmakers. They've sent the two companies a letter. It's a bipartisan letter that came from two leaders of the US House of Reps Committee on China, John Molina and Raja Krishnamurti. Let's not forget TikTok they are involved in the war.
Sky, is TikTok that bad, or is it because it was founded by a Chinese?
Yes.
Even that is problematic. This guy is basically Singaporean.
So
lives in Singapore.
Why is the US so anti-TikTok? Because I mean, they claim that TikTok has done. Yes. Facebook and X have also been there for a long time. Doing the same.
Yeah, and also
go on.
No, Sky.
They claim that TikTok's algorithms, have a way of, first of all, compromising the youth in a billion ways.
Yes.
And then also there is a key issue about possible surveillance. Of course, they have not produced the evidence publicly for all of that to see, but they suggest that the Communist Party in China has near absolute control and can harvest all the information there is for the benefit of China, and that will be to the detriment of US intelligence.
Is that what Facebook does for the US government?
Well, maybe
because if they are so concerned about TikTok because of where it is founded and where the servers probably are located, then we can say the same for the companies that we use, because we use Google, we use Facebook, we use Apple stuff, and they are all California.
Exactly.
So maybe we should also be thinking about mind you, China is also concerned about these Western-based app and their access.
If the thing is this, they feel TikTok has no rules, like Sky explained to you. Now, TikTok itself in China exists differently. It's heavily controlled. You can watch it for only a certain number of hours,
and then for
educational purposes. And it doesn't even. It's not even called TikTok.
So why do we allow our youth to use it free?
That's what I'm saying. That the rules are different everywhere.
What are our rules?
You've been asking this question.
You are a lawyer who knows technology. I want to put it to you that you should start putting in place proposals for better governance of our social media, IT, just
enforcement to be a problem
for youth.
Enforcement.
I'm not even talking about. I'm not talking about surveillance
control.
I'm just talking about. No, it's not even a good word. Basically, just for us to understand the rules better.
To
understand the rules better.
Yeah, two people in Parliament have heeded the calls. So Haruna Idrisu from the NDC side and Apenyo Markin from the NPP side, they have made open calls in Parliament that there has got to be some rigorous regulation. The minister currently for communication agrees with that, and recently we launched a policy.
Can the private members bill tidy it up?
Well, again, then there's a legal question in the courts which has to be resolved before
that will be dealt with.
Exactly.
Okay, so keep an eye on this. Put your bookmark in that space. I'll come back to you heavily next year. Nathan.
Yeah, and said India. I'm just checking. Said India, for instance, has banned TikTok since 2020, but it is not unlawful.
Yeah.
Okay.
To use it.
When we come, even Australia is even controlling.
It's banned,
access.
but it's not unlawful.
Yeah. So
because they don't want to annoy America.
For all you know, maybe the ban applies in the public space. You know, they say that don't use it in public institutions. Okay. But if you so choose, you can use it on your own private mobile phone and all of those.
Well, thank you, Nathan. When we come back, we will take you to Mahama's church, because he was in church over the weekend, has some very interesting things to say. He also did an interview with the Voice of America we'll bring to you. And then we'll look at the makeup of Parliament and what is going to happen in the courts this week about Parliament. All of that and more when we come back. Stay with us.
You looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we seek out to bank be pray, no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve 10, cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. But in the office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first. Nobody feed you, I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank. It's the season for joy, laughter, and endless connections. With Telecel Fixed Broadband, you get 150% bonus data on your monthly bundle when you subscribe to our Too Much Christmas offer for just 150 Ghana cedis. Experience the magic of uninterrupted internet this festive season, perfect for all the things you love to do online. Yes, 150% bonus data for only 150 Ghana cedis. Dial *900# or visit the Telecel Play app or web to subscribe now and experience a holiday powered by Telecel's unmatched fixed broadband data.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration of the year. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024. This Christmas Eve, join us at the Situation All White Christmas Party for a night of unforgettable vibes. Date 24th December 2024. Time 8 p.m. Location The Underbridge, East Legon. Expect nothing but pure magic as we light up the night with incredible performances from Keche, the hitmakers who know how to get you moving. Misake Day, Ghana's Soul Master with melodies that will take you to another world. A Chin Band, a live performance experience like no other. DJ Mingo, the party maestro, keeping the beats flowing all night. I've done it best, bringing the energy to keep the crowd jumping. And MOG, leading us in spirit-filled worshiping style. Dress code all white. Let's shine together in style. It's going to be a night to remember, full of music, dance, and festive spirit. Don't miss out on the hottest party of the season, the party that shuts down all parties. Call 0205-973-973 for table reservations and get ready to party. It's going to be lit at the Underbridge. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM and proudly sponsored by Carlsberg Beer, Kiss Drinks, Series, Bell Ice, Verve Duvernay, Bushmills Irish Whiskey, and Blue Jeans Energy Drink.
Africa is growing. Africa is connecting through trade, business, family, and the knowledge we acquire across borders. Africa is becoming one continent without borders. Own it with GCB Bank, using PAPS, the one money transfer that connects us all. Available in Nigeria,
Ghana,
Sierra Leone,
Liberia,
Guinea,
Gambia,
Kenya,
Malawi,
Djibouti,
Rwanda, Zambia,
and Zimbabwe.
And remember, PAPS is now available on the GCB mobile app.
Call toll free 0800-422-422 or visit any GCB branch for more information.
This is a GCB and PAPS partnership.
GCB, your bank for life.
Auntie can cook.
Dado.
Me DJ na nama McBrown.
But Dado spices here what Jenny say. Nanya good taste. If we say yeah the natural spices and I you want all purpose stew, noodles, curry and nutmeg and a jollof. Dado spices. Taste yummy. Taste lemon. Dado spices. Taste day inside. FDIG a JD in Kratoria too.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent, omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi. You mean omnibisic. OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omnibisic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omnibisic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omnibisic.
At your service.
Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty. Are you looking for a phone that's built to last? Meet the Oppo A3 series with military-grade shock resistance. It handles falls without a scratch. It's the only phone in the 2,000 cities price range with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor for exceptional speed. With its fast charging, just 2 minutes of power gives you 1 hour of call time. Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So this is to all the people who travel to their hometowns for Christmas, those who move and enjoy the Xmas. We're reminding you of the situation December 24. But if you're looking for a litigation-free land, contact Royal Kingdom Estate, who specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. With properties in prime areas like Accra and Ibri, with land starting at 90,000 cedis, we offer flexible payment plans affordable homes ranging from 2-bedroom and premium furnished apartments for short rentals in East Airport. Our office is at Cantonments opposite Soul Clinic International School. Call 055-755-5909 or send an email to info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. Caleb.
Yes, VW is providing a special deal on the new Terramont Treadline V6 engine. The new Terramont Treadline has space enough to seat 7 adults comfortably. Its 3.6-liter petrol engine comes with maximum power that takes you and your family to any destination across the 16 regions of Ghana and beyond on any type of terrain with the help of its intelligent all-wheel system. It's a V6 engine with 280 horsepower and a 4-motion all-wheel drive system designed for speed and safety. Its service interval of 6 months or 10,000 kilometers, whichever comes first, announces the durable components used to build the Amarok. The starting price is 750,000 Ghana City, so take advantage now. T's and C's apply. Call us or WhatsApp us on 0257-956-688 for more information about our range of models. We have Vetus, T-Cross, Tijuan, Allspace, Terramont, and the Amarok pickup. And this year, SIC Insurance PLC's AGM will be held on Tuesday, 17th December 2024 at 10 a.m. at the Assemblies of God Head Office, Ringway Estates. It will be a hybrid format. We'll do virtual and in person. It's our pleasure to invite you to join us virtually using these 2 simple steps. Visit SICinsuranceAGM.com on 17th December 2024 at 9:45 a.m. Number 2, enter the meeting, type in your 5-digit unique token numbers, that is into bracket tokens. Voting will be done using the unique token numbers provided, so please do not share this token number with anyone as it may compromise your vote. Thank you. And it's time to maximize and grow your business exponentially. Just ask me how. Wodia Bisame. Are you a shop owner, seamstress, trader, mechanic, or artisan? Are you a hotel or hospital owner? Or do you have a phone, television, car, house, or any property to sell? Bisame app is here to help connect you to your customers. All you need to do is register your business, reach more customers, and watch your sales soar high. With Bisame app, your security is assured. Our trade assurance ensures that your online purchases are secured. Just locate the item you want to buy from any social media platform. Inform Bisame. The seller is called to bring the item to the office for inspection before you make payment, and then the item is shipped to you wherever you are. With our in-app video calls, Bisame app gives you more safety. Download Bisame app on the Google Play Store or the App Store today and unlock endless possibilities. Grow your business, connect with customers, and enjoy success with ease. Bisame.
Now, from the innovative minds of Wiggle Vision Limited, Ghana's leading technology company, comes Frog. Frog is the ultimate USSD, OTP, and bulk SMS messaging platform designed to transform your business communication. And at Wiggle, we are not just building software, we are building trust. So if you are ready to take your customer outreach and engagement to the next level, get in touch with wiggle.com.gh or visit the other website, sms.wiggle.com.gh, or call 0554 170-599. Wiggle Vision, empowering businesses, one message at a time. When was the last time you used your Zenith Bank account? If it's been a while, we want you to know that we miss you. So in this festive season, give yourself the best gift ever. Reactivate your dormant Zenith Bank account and rediscover the amazing benefits of being a member of the Zenith Bank family. Visit zenithbank.com.gh or visit any of their branches nationwide to find out how you can reactivate your account. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. And if you are wondering what it is you want to do, or you are figuring out how to accomplish that particular thing, the SG Visa Guide is what you need. It's great for in-store purchases or places with POS or shopping online. Get in touch with SG Ghana on 030-214-314 and find out more. SG Ghana, the future is you.
I don't know about you, but I really like this song, man.
Yeah. I know you have a dance. You dance to it.
I like this song.
With your handkerchief.
The first time I properly appreciated this song, Omani did a party in his house. I think it was 2019 or so. Charlie. This was the song that was raining.
No, I saw you at the, you know, we were at the Golden Bean Hotel where we were having the dinner on Heritage Camp.
When the song
then you just got up with your handkerchief.
I remember Omani. Omani is the and there's another Mansa. Be wrong.
One party song.
Which one?
No, that's this guy. Yeah, bro, bro.
Yeah.
That's Wuta. That's a free. Wuta.
You like that one? That's Wuta. No, but this one to David. All right, I have a few birthday requests, and then I'm going to go into. So there's two very interesting conversations involving the former president, now president-elect.
Yes,
I need to get used to this. So he went to church and said some very, 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 very interesting things about power, about knowing who your friends are, and I think it's nice to see how serious he's taking the job. He's talking about very, very clear things about what to do when he comes into office, because I think the 8 years in opposition has taught him a few lessons. Later on, he sat down with the Voice of America, and I'm going to bring you highlights. It was a very good interview because, as Godfred will tell you, you listened to the interview in full. You're saying that interview sort of spelled out his economic plan, and also some things that were not so clear. He made very clear for those who didn't listen to the interview. Why were you so fascinated by that interview, Godfred? Before I even.
Well, I think that a lot in 10 minutes he was able to explain what his 4 years is about in 10 minutes. Basically spoke about his economic plan, what he's going to do. So he spoke about bringing down inflation, which is key for him. He says that will lead to stabilizing the currency. Spoke about reducing the deficit, spoke about cutting down on expenditure, then spoke about increasing revenue, then spoke about ditching artificial job employment models like NAPCO. Then talks about the big question of education. Says, well, political gimmick, he was not going to cut free senior high school, but they needed to find a reasonable way of keeping it intact and improving it. But most importantly for him, he broke it down and said the biggest conversation that nobody is having is the problems that are happening at the basic level. Which
he actually spoke about that?
Yes, and that he needs to really pay attention. Spoke about schools, actually broke down numbers, says there are 1.3 million students in basic education who have no furniture, who go to school and lie down on their stomachs and learn. And that because we've paid so much attention to free senior high school, everybody has forgotten that the kids come from somewhere before they enter free senior high school.
I'm very happy about that because, you know, Africa Education Watch has been saying a lot about this.
Yes.
In 2023, 2024.
2022.
Yes, it looked like it had been drowned by the various voices around free SHS.
Yes.
So for him to pick these facts that we have articulated on this show through Africa Education Watch, it tells me that he's been engaging with civil society and education quite well.
Yeah.
And that he's very clear around what needs to be done in education.
Yes. Also spoke about a conference that he's going to put together for all the minds in education
to come and discuss
how to improve education and have some finality and consensus on what to do with education.
I like the word consensus in that construction because I felt from the economic side as well that whatever economic plan he has, he needs consensus to do.
Yeah.
So to hear the word consensus in education as well is also comforting because, Godfred, the mandate is a big mandate. The 2/3 majority can be used to do anything. So for somebody with a 2/3 majority likely to start talking about consensus, it's good.
Yeah.
Because some could say, well, we've suffered under 8 years, so we have gotten the power, we can do what we like. But to say consensus is good. So let's keep an eye on those two. Let me do 2 quick birthday requests before I play you the first. Why do I keep calling former president?
He's a former president.
So former president, the president-elect.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things. It's a good question for what do you know.
It's hard to change when you've been calling somebody former president for 8 years.
But you know what's funny though?
Suddenly you have to call him president-elect.
You know what's funny though? The only other leader we've had who's had a break in his presidency has been Rawlings. So Rawlings was AFRC 79. Then Liman came in for a very short period. Then Rawlings came to overthrow Liman. You know, so that's not many people get the chance to have a second bite at the cherry. But good morning, Bernard and team. Please wish my dad, Evans Kofi Senna here, retired police commander of Whole Police Depot, a happy 88th birthday. We wish him good health and God's guidance from Julian and his grandkids, Kendricks and Kendra. 7 years ago, the Lord sent you to us. Indeed, you remain a special gift wrapped with royalty. Happy birthday to our lovely daughter and Queen Ohima Omina Enwunyam Owusu Mensah of Wright International School, Tema Community 25. From your parents, David and Emilia Owusu Mensah of Wembley Court Estate off the Tema Akosombo Highway. You know, a lot of Ghanaians have a UK hangover by the way they name their companies and their place of residence, like Wembley Court Estate. So maybe they go to UK and live there for a few years and they miss the place, so they come and name a place in Accra after Wembley. Happy belated birthday to Emmanuel Owusu Imos, aka Imos.
Thank you.
Who's the head of social media
this morning. I saw Imos very early. Imos are decked out in some, you know, have you seen the color that's behind there?
Beige kaftan. Solid. He did physics at the university.
I see.
Very interesting character. He's leading our online social media effort. So Imos, happy belated birthday to you. All right, so Mahama goes to church. President-elect John Dramani Mahama says he remains grounded in his approach to leadership despite his resounding victory in the December 7 election. Speaking at the Thanksgiving service at the Ringway Assemblies of God Church in Accra, President Mahama reflected on lessons from his political journey and the need to stay connected on the realities of governance. He urged Ghanaians to unite and work collectively to address the country's challenges.
This victory can only be divine. God assured me in my heart, and I knew. He spoke to me and said that he will bless me with success in this election. But I did not know that the blessing was going to be so bountiful and that the victory was going to be so massive and so dramatic that I give him all the thanks and blessing for what he has done, not only for me, but for the whole of Ghana. He has done good for Ghana because he has restored the sovereignty and the power of the people of Ghana. We've practiced democracy since 1992. With time, the political elite, and I'll say including myself, all of us who God has given the opportunity to lead this country, we have grown in arrogance and selfishness, and we have believed that the power that we wielded over the people belonged to us, ourselves, and did not recognize that it was God who gave it to us temporarily. So God has made us know that power belongs to the people. And that the people might be quiet and peaceful and calm, but when they have reached their limits, they will show you that real power belongs to them, and that it's God who gives that power. And so, just as our colleagues in the MPP might be feeling very pained by their loss, it should serve as a lesson to those of us coming into government that the same stick that Techi has been beating with, Ghanaian people are deserving it for man. So I've been receiving knocks on my door, receiving text messages, people who are considering themselves for various positions, and I just want to warn them, it's not going to be a walk in the park. If you're not prepared to work and serve the people of Ghana diligently and modestly and with humility, then don't come. Just stay where you are. My political journey has been a divine one, and I believe that it's God who has guided my step each way until now, from being a member of parliament to being a deputy minister, to being a minister, to being a vice president, to being a president. At each step, I have doubted whether it was the path that I wanted to carry on. But God has gently continued to push me and show me in the direction that He wants me to go. And I know that it's Him who has put me for a time like this to do His work for Ghana and for Him. Sometimes it has been happiness, and today Today we're dressed in all white, we're all happy. But sometimes it has been sadness, it has been very lonely. And I remember a time when I had won the election in 2012, and I went to visit President Kufuor. And it was surprising how quiet his house was, and how quiet the entrance to his house was. And I was transported back to when he was president. Anytime I was going to Parliament, I lived in East Legon. There was a huge crowd in the frontage of his house next to Village. You people know that place. And anytime it was Christmas or the Muslim feast of Salah, you see white sheep and cows tied outside his house being brought to him as gifts. And so this time when I came, it was very quiet. Just a few policemen at the entrance, his loyal policemen who had been assigned to him by the state. And so when I went in, I remarked, I said, oh, look how quiet your house is. I remember when you were president, this place was always full of people. And he said, John, take note of that. Know that all those people are coming to you because of the position you occupy. And that one day when you leave that position, your house will be as quiet as mine. And it's true, when I lost in 2016, the Christmas hampers stopped coming. There are many people who used to come to my gate and come and try to get into just to see me for a minute, stop coming. It was only my siblings, my family, my closest friends and others, my church members who continue to stand closely to me. So for me, these trappings of power don't get to my head. I know that all the praises and blessings you'll be showered with by people are temporary. It's because of that word attached to your name, president. One day it will go and you'll be with those who are just your closest, your church, your family, and your good friends. This has been a very grueling campaign. And there were times when the spirit was willing, but the flesh was weak. There were mornings when getting out of bed was quite a struggle because we had just come back from campaigning at about 3 a.m. and by 8 a.m. they were asking you to get up and hit the road again. And yet, when I managed to get out of bed and stood under the shower, it was as if God was washing all the fatigue away. I stepped out of the shower and God had given me a renewed energy for that day to start that day. And so I thank Him for seeing us through, for giving me the energy to go through this campaign, and to thank Him for making us do it safely. We suffered no casualty, we had no accident. If you consider that we visited every part of this country, every single constituency, and we're on the move continuously for weeks on end, driving thousands of kilometers, and yet there was no casualty, no accident.
President-elect and former President John Dramani Mahama speaking at a Thanksgiving service at his church, the Ringo Assemblies of God Church, which incidentally is the church of the former Chief Justice, Her Lordship Georgina Theodora Wood, who used to be what is called a...
He said her lordship.
Her ladyship, okay. A Sunday school teacher. So we call them Sunday school teachers. Not, in Assemblies of God, when they say Sunday school, it's not kids. So usually in an Assemblies of God or a Pentecostal setting, the Bible study team is called the Sunday school team. So when I was in LPU, I was the assistant Sunday school superintendent.
I see.
Yeah, and then I later became the Sunday school superintendent. Even though this guy is not convinced. So Justice Georgina Wood was the Sunday school teacher. So it means when you go to church in the morning, maybe service starts at 9, you go from 7:30 to 8:30. They will do Sunday school. There's a booklet.
So that's like Bible study.
Yeah. So the Sunday school superintendent has assistant superintendent. So this CJ was one. And Mahama at the time was so he will go and sit and the CJ will be opening the Bible to him. So the Bible he knows, the CJ will teach him. Basically, that's what we are saying. You know, I used to have when I was in LPU, I'll tell you some very interesting names. Maximus Ametogo. When I was in level 100, he was a Sunday school superintendent. Boss Manasari, was doctor. He was an evangelism secretary. There was a guy called the guy who's the MP for Suame. What's his name?
That's Eugene.
No. Who took over from
George?
He's called John Darkun. John Darkun he was this evangelism and prayer secretary or something. John Darkun. He was a lawyer. That time he was doing political science and he later came to do law. So I know a lot of these people.
I see.
So we hope they live by the Bible. That's the whole thing. Because Charlie, they were. So we're all in LPU. Nice. So Pastor Wengam is the general superintendent of the Assemblies of God Church. And John Mahama has always made reference to Assemblies of God as his church. So, and this, we are told, is different from the NDC Thanksgiving. This is John Mahama's own Thanksgiving that he did at his local church. The party would do a Thanksgiving service. I wanted a comment from Sky on the trappings of power and how should I even put this question? The wisdom of having been in power before. Because you always talk about the dangers of political power. So for somebody to go to opposition as a former president and think about the presidency and get to come back, how valuable is that for a politician, Sky, do you think?
I think it's a valuable insight to have and an experience to have actually accumulated over the last 8 years. Because when you find yourself in a sensitive position, an influential position, like that of the President of the Republic, a Member of Parliament, a Minister of State, a DCE or Chief Executive, or even a host of a morning show or breakfast show or whatever program, there are people who come to you generally because of the position you occupy. And if you are not careful, those define you. And if you lift your standard to such a height as to think that, this thing is forever, when you leave office, you will be shocked by how much people will desert you. And it's great to hear the former president say that, because I have witnessed how members of parliament former have decayed over the years, merely because they left their positions. I've witnessed how ministers of state, and the producers here would confirm, upon leaving office, how they come for programs here. Previously, they come, in some cases, their V8 will be on for what? The entire duration of the time that they are here. They leave, get into the vehicle, and go back. When they come during the opposition days, you find that even the vehicle they have brought to the studio or the station can't even open because maybe the door has a problem.
When the power goes,
they can't even start properly because the trappings of power come with so many things. So for a former president to have experienced what happened with John Kufuor, we saw what happened with Jerry Rawlings. We saw what happened with Miles when he was in opposition for 8 years, having left office as vice president of the republic. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, again, when he also was voted out because he wanted to be president, he couldn't make it. We saw how lean his team became upon falling into opposition. So it is a great reminder as to what can happen to you as a leader if you no longer find yourself in that position.
So it's a valuable
lesson,
background to come to the presidency with.
Exactly.
And hopefully with all his personal experience as where did he start from? He said he was
he was an assemblyman.
From assemblyman?
Yeah, who rose to become a member of parliament and deputy minister.
Wow.
Maintained that position until he was made vice presidential candidate in 2008.
Wow. So assemblyman, MP, MP for 2 terms.
Was it 2 terms? I think it was
a couple of a few terms. Then deputy or vice president.
Yes.
Then president.
Yes.
Then opposition leader, and back to president. So that is probably 2/3 of his life in politics.
Yes. It's tasted power at
every level. So that's a very useful background. Again, the point around consensus. Let's listen to this interview and we'll comment about this because the president-elect then had a conversation with the Voice of America's Paul Indiho, and they spoke a little about education, agric, and sports. economy generally, IMF and that type of thing. Here is a very big chunk of, or a reasonable chunk of the interview we are bringing to you now.
I'm sure you'd have heard during the campaign, I said, is the economy stupid? Quoting from what happened in Bill Clinton's campaign. And people thought that I was being offensive, and it did come down to the economy. All the opinion polls showed that the economy and employment were the most important issues. And so what we did was to drill down our message to issues to do with job creation and the economy, and eventually it did pay off. The economy is going to be the number one focus because it affects everything else. If the economy is in a bad way, it affects education, it affects agriculture, it affects sports, it affects every sector of the country. So we're going to have to be dealing with stabilizing the economy. Unfortunately, in this circumstance, we have two major issues. One, macroeconomic stability, and two, debt sustainability. In all the other times that we've gone to the IMF, it's just been for macroeconomic stability, but we have twin problems now. And so we're going to continue the IMF program. We already have requested some discussion with the IMF because we're not part of the negotiation of this program. And so we need to look at how we can all be on the same wavelength in terms of implementing the program. We're not going to jettison the program. I want to make that clear. We're not jettisoning the program. But within the program, I'm sure that there can be some leverage for tweaking it. And so if we're able to reach that agreement, then we'll continue the program till it ends. What it means is that the budgets must align with the IMF program. So there's not much leverage in there for making the kind of radical reforms that you might immediately need to make. But we would accept the reforms that are being made under the IMF and deepen them when we have our own program after the current extended credit facility runs out. So far, so good. Bringing down inflation is number one priority. Stabilizing the currency is number two. Bringing the deficit down, cutting expenditure, increasing revenues. I mean, those are the things that we need to be looking at.
One of the things that resonated with the young people was the 24-hour economy.
Yes.
Do you care explaining what that means for ordinary Ghanaians?
24-hour economy is not a new thing. It's being implemented in many countries. And so Ghana will not be the first to implement a 24-hour economy. What a 24-hour economy does is that you provide incentives to the private sector to be able to increase their production and increase the number of working hours and increase the number of employees. That is what it is.
Let's move on to the next topic, unemployment. Every single young person I talk to, they talk about how there are no jobs.
You know, job creation is not an event, it's a process. And so you're not going to be able to, with one stroke of the pen, create the number of jobs that you want. The first thing is restoring the economy back to health and restoring it back onto the path of growth. That in itself will begin to throw up jobs. Businesses are suffering. A lot of businesses have laid off people just because of the crisis we've had in the economy. And so just bringing the economy back and letting businesses grow again. We are not interested in the artificial job creation measures that have been done in the past, like NAPCO, where young people were taken through 3 years, paid an allowance, and promised that they will be graduated into jobs, and at the end of the process, they've been abandoned. We're not going to do those artificial job creation measures. We already have the Youth Employment Agency that is creating those opportunities for training and for orientation for jobs. We think that Ghanaians are not all consigned to become employees. If you look at the government sector employs less than 1 million people out of a population of 33 million. And so it's not a viable sector where all the teeming youth can get a job. The best place to get a job would be for the private sector to grow. And in the past, what we've done is pay lip service to the private sector. It is time to take the private sector seriously, both in terms of expanding their capacity to employ, but at the same time, creating opportunities for young people to create their own jobs. Now that we have the African Continental Free Trade Area, it should be possible for us to encourage Ghanaian business to take advantage of that and increase production so that we can export to all the other African countries.
Mr. President, let me follow up on a quicker point. You talked about how you're going to help young people acquire employment. Yesterday, I ran into a young lady by the names of Penelope Brooke Thompson. She runs a technical institute where she trains plumbers, artisans to gain gainful employment.
Yeah.
But her problem is she doesn't have funds to keep something like that going.
Yeah.
So far, she's been actively doing it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
But she has trained about 180 who have gone on to graduate, and they're doing amazing work on them.
Yes.
So are there programs like that that can support young people like that?
It fits into two programs that we have. The National Apprenticeship Program, which would allow master craftsmen to train apprentices and give them the manual skills that they need to be able to either set up their own businesses or go into the world of work. So that is one aspect of it. We also have the intention to expand technical and vocational education training. And government is not going to be able to do it alone. We need a private sector like people like her to come on board. Because if we train skilled labor, people who can use their hands to work, if you look at the direction in which business is going, they're looking more for not grammar school kinds of people, not more people who have done humanities. There's an oversubscription of people who have degrees in humanities, including masters and PhDs. If you look at where business is going, it is going more for skilled labor. And so they need technicians, electricians, carpenters, skilled welders, and so on and so forth. And so if we're able to equip our young people with these skills, it will make it easier for them to be able to find work, both locally, but also externally. You know, the population in Asia and Europe is aging, and so they have a deficit of skilled manpower. And so several countries are signing agreements where young Africans who are well skilled can go and work for fixed contracts, say 5 years, and come back. Germany and Kenya recently signed an agreement to send skilled technicians to Germany to go and work. We're willing to sign those kinds of contracts with other countries.
When it comes to education, a lot of young people thought maybe the election could have even gone the other way because of free education. But at the same time, they are worried that this program where a lot of young people are benefiting, or the parents are afraid that once you get into office, you might scrap that.
Free SHS has come to stay, and it is not going anywhere. Nobody is going to scrap free SHS. What was said was political talk, and it was just political gimmickry. Free SHS is not going anywhere. We're going to maintain the policy. What we're going to do is to get dedicated funding for it so that it is better resourced than it is currently. There's a lot of waste in the system. We're going to help to make it more efficient so that the teachers, the parents, and the students get the best out of the free SHS. We're going to look at the basic school level too. Because we have focused on free SHS, we are abandoning the basic level. And so the basic level is becoming a major problem. 1.3 million pupils at the basic level do not have furniture. They don't have tables and chairs to sit on. They lie on their stomachs in the classroom or sit on cement blocks. And that's because all our focus has been on the secondary school level. So we're going to hold a national education forum, and that forum is going to bring all the stakeholders together. And we're going to take a look at the whole education value chain. And we're going to come, and by consensus, all of us, it's non-partisan, everybody of every walk of life who has a stake in education is going to be at that conference. And we're going to take important decisions on how to reform our education so that the children get better quality. And so that's what we're going to look at. But the thing about me coming and scrapping free SHS was just political gimmickry by the MPP. Free SHS has come to stay. We're going to make it better. We're going to improve the quality of the food for the children.
Here of Galamsey.
Yeah.
What do you say about it? How are you going to? We had protests last year, and previously there's been a lot of agitation.
When this government came, they passed an LI which allowed entry into forest reserves to mine. And since the last 8 years, 37 forest reserves have been, there have been incursions into 37 forest reserves. Some have been almost completely destroyed. And so the first thing is to stop mining in forest reserves. And so we're going to work with the Minerals Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency to see how we implement the law so that it stops this poisoning of our water bodies.
Well, Mr. President, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My regards to Shaka.
10 minutes interview highlights with the VOA Sport in Diho, and I guess it's fair to say the man is clear about the economic challenge he faces and the state of the educational sector as well, and also pretty clear on some of the issues to deal with on Galamsey, like mining and forest reserves.
Yeah.
And
yes, and the fact that they need to deal with that law on forest reserves.
Mining forest reserves, I think there's already
a push
by some MPs, Suhini and Co, to deal with that. And then he spoke about the effects of the economy on education, agric and sports. So I think we all know that the economy is going to be the most important part of this government's remit.
Yes.
And so his point is that he needs to look at both macro and micro and debt sustainability as well.
Which is why I was asking you that, last week, just the forecast, that I think the two most important announcements he will make after January 7th will be the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana.
I'm not even...
Why?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because
you know what
he spoke about re-engagement with the IMF, and he does admit in the interview, for instance, that when they have spoken to the IMF and they've shown a willingness to look at certain aspects of the arrangement that we are in, but he also admits that they were not in the room when
so the fine details will not be known.
So they don't know the fine details. So they now have to put their people in their room. Now those kinds of conversations will need to be had by those people.
I think,
and it sends a message. You see, let's not.
So I mean, the choice of those people
sends a message to the international community, sends a message to the country as well, sends a message to investors here.
I don't disagree with you. I just want to qualify it.
Okay.
I think it's the design of government that will even reveal the role of these people.
Okay.
So you are in a transition period, and you've seen this transition team.
Yeah.
Now, if he decides, for example, to appoint somebody to oversee the IMF program from an advisory role, may not even be the finance ministry. Yes, the finance ministry is at the center of everything, but if we look at the type of government design he wants to put in place, don't forget he's doing 60 ministers.
Yeah.
Now, 60 ministers is very small.
In that system ministers and deputies, or just
no, because we always use the number 60 to represent all your ministers. Because Akufo-Addo 110 or something, those are all his ministers. So basically, minister, deputy, everything 60.
60.
Yes.
Wow, that's going to be really, really tough.
According to the constitution, how many cabinet positions are there?
No, the constitution says, is it 11? If I have to go back to the constitution.
Because I'm using that to extrapolate why the 60 is possible. Because if you have
the constitution doesn't really prescribe how many ministers you have, but it indicates
there's a minimum. The constitution of cabinet, you read it to me before.
Yeah, that's right. There's a provision on that. Hold on, let me get that. Well, do other.
So the point I'm trying to make is that by design there are some ministries that are almost allocated by the constitution. All right.
Akufo-Addo had 19, but is there the law that is 19?
No, but there's a certain provision in the constitution that talks about he shall have a cabinet which shall include, and then they listed.
So the constitution enjoins the president to have a cabinet of no fewer than 10.
Yes,
and not more than 19.
100%.
So he filled every role.
So my point is that the people who frame the constitution are designing that no matter how you look at it, 11 to 19 should be enough as substantive ministers. Okay, now let's assume he chooses 19. Let's assume he chooses 20. If he chooses 20, that's if one deputy plus times 2 is 40. So he has another extra 20 to decide.
See, why I believe it's going to be difficult is, first of all, you have 16 regions. 16 out of 60 is what?
If you take the
44
left.
44. Assuming you are not giving them deputy ministers and you want the regional coordination chiefs to run as deputy.
So you have 44 left.
44 left. So now 44, the substantive positions also have to be taken care of. And the question is whether in taking care of those substantive positions, you are going to add deputies to them.
I think if you want his view on this, look at the Rollins last term. The design of the ministry. So usually NDC tends to focus.
Merge certain ministries.
Yes, so NDC doesn't typically do railway. They don't do. Even they didn't used to do fisheries.
No.
They used to, they just have. They didn't have to have aviation. They just have transport. They have roads.
Yeah.
All right, and then they have. So they sort of merge even tourism and culture.
Yeah.
So I think is if you're looking for 19 substantive roles, let's do one by one.
NDC, before that, let me just give you. Let me just read.
No,
the provision.
they merge them with some
all of
other
them.
things.
Let me just read the provision before we continue.
Yeah.
The cabinet, Article 76. 1. There shall be a cabinet which shall consist of the president, the vice president, and not less than 10, and not more than 13, 19 ministers of state.
Yeah.
The cabinet shall assist the president in the determination of general policy of the government.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, I am saying that there are some positions which are given. Attorney General is given. In fact, some people think he shouldn't be a minister. Attorney General is a position which you can separate Minister of Justice from, but I don't think the NDC campaigned on that.
Let me read the provision.
Yes.
There shall be an Attorney General, this is Article 88(1) of Ghana, who shall be a minister.
Okay, so constitutionally, unless you change it,
minister
it's a minister. So that one is already positioned, it's there.
If you change it.
You definitely need a Minister of Finance in some shape or form.
Yeah, because it's mentioned by the Constitution.
Kufuor had economic something, but it's also finance. So finance is also in the Constitution. So that's 2. Defense is there. You can't move away from that. Interior is there. That's 4 so far. Agric is critical. So that's 5. Okay. Health is 6. Education is 7. Now you have roads. You can do roads and transport if you want. Because you can basically do. Don't forget that this transport has railways, it has ports, it has aviation. But you could also add roads to it. To that will be on 9th. Okay. Now you definitely need a local government minister. Okay, so you have 10 already.
Foreign affairs.
You have a foreign minister, that's 11. I still have 9 slots in the 19. I have 9 slots.
You haven't done information.
So you can decide to merge communication and information,
which they normally do.
So NDC will usually merge it. So the minister will have one. So this is what they could do. The substantive minister will be maybe the one who's strong on the communication, and then his deputy will focus on the information. So that's 11. So you can have youth and sports, 12. I still have 7 slots. So because I've merged, I've merged communication and information. I've merged transport and roads.
Trade and industry. Let's do the
so
math
you can do
carefully.
trade, industry, and commerce. That's 13.
Okay.
I still have 6 slots to fill.
Hold on. So this 13 that we've established, it's what minister and his deputy.
No, just one.
Just one. So that's 13.
I have 13.
Energy.
Okay.
So energy and power, usually they have. So that's 14.
Health.
I've done health already.
We've mentioned
education.
Tourism.
Yes, I haven't mentioned tourism.
Lands and natural resources.
So you can do mines and again in the past they had fuel and power and mines, but you can have mines. So that's 15.
Sanitation there.
Wait, so that's 15 mines. Have I added tourism? Tourism was 14.
Tourism and arts, yes.
So tourism is 14.
Sanitation survive.
No, hold on. Lands. Let's look at the substantive ones. Lands is 15.
Yeah.
And lands could be minerals. And I've already chosen power and energy as 1.
Yeah.
That's 13. So I still have 4 slots to occupy. It's 4 substantive slots. By merging transport and roads, he could decide to even separate the 2. Yeah. If he decides to separate transport and roads, he's still 16 because he's merged digital and information.
Yeah. There's still 3 more. Gender.
And there's works and housing.
So works and housing 17. Works and housing 17. Labor and employment 18.
Yeah. Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology.
That's 19. That's 19. So you have your 19. Right. So even if you decide to do 20, you could maybe do culture, tourism together.
What about?
I don't know.
What about gender and social protection and all of that? Would that have to?
I think I've mentioned that.
Okay.
Because according to the new ways of thinking in the world, inclusion, SDGs, there's definitely a social sector that needs to be covered. So that gender thing you can't run away from. But
previously they added that to employment. Social
yes,
welfare.
they can add it to social welfare, or they can do it under gender. But the point is that
so here's the thing, that what I have from what you are mentioning.
Yes.
Let me see whether I've left something out. So far we have 15. Finance.
That's one.
Finance. Defense. Attorney General. Foreign Affairs. Communications and Information.
Hold on. Take your time, write it.
Okay.
All this I wasn't right.
Finance.
So finance 1.
Yes.
Defense. Two,
Attorney
3,
General.
Foreign Affairs 4.
Communications and Information
5.
Youth and Sport
6.
Transport and related, railway and all.
So transport is 1. 7.
Energy
8.
and power.
So energy and power 8.
Health.
Health 9.
Lands and natural resources.
That's 10.
Tourism.
No, you've left education out.
So
lands and natural resources 11.
Yeah. Interior.
Wait.
Okay.
Which one is 12?
12 is interior.
No. 9 is health. 10 is lands and natural resources.
Then I mentioned tourism.
11 is tourism.
Yeah.
Should that be one ministry on its own?
I think it can be.
I don't think so.
Unless because my Gizo was a minister of tourism at some point, right? Under Rolex.
Can't you have tourism and culture as one ministry?
Yeah, but they are the same thing, isn't it? If you add it to chieftaincy or whatever, it's the same thing.
That's what I'm
So you call it a tourism ministry, but you do state that its mandate will cover.
Yeah, normally they have tourism, a long title.
You see, the reason I'm doing this is that we are trying to remove redundancy and basically be functional. So finance.
So you can be tourism,
yeah,
arts and culture, and you can add chieftaincy to it.
Yes,
so that's
subsumed. So tourism, arts, culture, and chieftaincy as one. So that's point 11.
Yes.
So 12 is what?
Interior.
Yeah. 13.
Works and housing.
Okay. 14.
Science and technology.
They usually add environment to that.
Yeah, environment, yes.
So environment. By the way, has that been NDC's approach? Anyway, they usually have a different thing, science and technology.
Yeah.
Ayaga was Minister for Environment, Science and Technology.
Yeah, at some point, and Amels.
And there was also Omani Boama as a deputy minister for that.
Yeah.
So they always have Amakunyama.
Yes.
Environment, science, technology.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 14.
Is trade 14. In yet?
He hasn't had a trade.
Yeah. Okay. So gender and social protection.
You still haven't mentioned education.
I'll mention it. I'll mention it.
Okay,
don't
so
worry.
15 is what? Gender and what?
Gender and social protection.
Was that Nana Oyelite's role?
Yeah, that was Nana Oyelite.
Okay. Now, the reason I'm pushing back on some of these things is that when you listen to the man, I don't think he's going to necessarily repeat what he did in his first term.
Yeah.
Because 60 is very small, and a lot of things that he did in his first term, he may not repeat it.
Yeah. So we now have education, which is 16.
Education, 16.
And then we have trade and industry.
Trade and industry, 17.
Yeah. So now 2 slots left if we are going with, what do you call it?
Did you mention information and communication?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So finance 1, defense 2, AG 3,
I think
foreign affairs 4, communication information 5, youth and sports 6, transport 7, energy and power 8, health 9, lands and mining 10, tourism, arts, culture, chieftaincy 12, no 11. 12 is
interior.
13 is works and housing. 14 is energy, fuel and power. 15 is gender and social protection. 16 is what?
Education.
17 is
trade and industry.
You haven't mentioned roads.
Okay, yeah. So roads and highways.
Roads is 18. So that 19 cap, there's still one space.
Yeah. Maybe you make it minister.
Local government.
Local government. Okay, great.
19 local government. All right. So these are the ministries you can work with. Everything else can fit under it. So if it gives you 19 times 2 is 38. 38 plus 16 is what?
54.
54. He has 6 slots. So he can decide that some important ministries like education and maybe energy
will have deputies.
He can have more than one deputy. Because if you allocate this 18 Sky has created, if you give each of these a deputy, that's 30. No, it's 19. You created 19. 19 times 2 is 36.
38.
38 plus 16, 54. You still have 6 slots.
So, yeah, but this number is without regional ministers.
No, it's regional 16.
You're adding
it's 16 plus the 16 plus the 16 you're talking about.
54. Okay.
So is he has 6 extra spaces
to
create deputies
ministers of state?
I think
so
if
you
go through the NDC
he can do
manifesto,
it.
they were talking about youth. I don't know whether it clearly states they were going to decouple youth and sports, so youth has a standalone ministry. We'll just double check. But then we still have wiggle room for one more.
Did you create employment?
Employment?
Yes.
No, employment is not here.
So if you add labor, that's 20.
20
times 2, 40. 40 plus 16, 56. You still have 4. That 4 will be deputies or ministers of state. So you can have 4 ministers of state who can help to work in other ministries. My point is, this is doable because even both MPP even said they can also do 60 or something.
Bernard, the interesting...
It's doable.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should listen to people who want to lobby that he makes it more.
You see, let me add something.
You should keep the 60.
Let me add something. If you look at the size of the NDC's victory and the number of MPs they have in parliament, if you conveniently take majority, so let's assume that he's going with 60, right? Majority will be 31. You get that? Because the constitution says majority of the president ministers shall come from parliament.
So whatever he does, at least 31.
Yes, so 31. At least 31 in parliament. If you take 31 out, what it means is that the NDC still has sweeping majority in parliament and will be able to work without these ministers coming to parliament to work on a regular basis.
Although some of their work means they have to come to parliament.
Exactly, because one of the biggest problems that the NPP had was that majority of your ministers came from parliament.
So when they go
out, then you had a huge deficit because the numbers were almost even.
Okay. So they didn't have enough people to sometimes fight the NDC, even though they were in government.
Exactly. So then they now created this idea of let's set aside a day for voting on crucial matters. You understand?
Think about that.
But in the case of the NDC, if the 2/3 majority,
even if he takes 60,
even if you take 60,
he still has enough because he has about 185
exactly,
or so.
Exactly.
If you take 60 out of that's 120. That's still more than MPP.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you ever covered? What was go back to the 96 Parliament and give me the breakdown? It was 200 MPs, right?
Yeah. So the only
I want to know
2/3 we had previously was in the 1993 Parliament.
But that was not 2/3. That was 900%.
Oh, it was 2/3 because they were independent. And
no. There were only about 3 non-NDC MPs.
Yeah, but that was 2/3. I mean, it was in excess.
No, it was more than 2/3.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that.
But what was the 96 figure like?
Hold on, let me.
But in 96, the NDC had 131 members. NPP had 63.
So
that's not the parliament I'm talking about.
No, that's the one I'm asking. Is 60? Is 131 2/3? Because this is out of 200.
Yes, because at the time PCP, People's Convention Party had 5, People's National Convention had 1, NPP had 63, NDC had 131.
So 131 out of 200 is that one? Is that 2/3?
No, it wasn't.
But it wasn't clear 2/3.
No, it wasn't. It was.
What is 2/3 of 200? Charlie, people, you did maths. Don't disgrace me here. This was a 200-member parliament. So if you wanted 2/3 of 200,
that's about.
Hold on, I'm getting
200 into
so about 60. So about 67 times.
2/3 of 200 is
130.
Yeah, so the answer is 133.
And they had 131.
Yeah, so they didn't meet that requirement.
But who were the 5 there were 5 people from the minority parties.
Yeah, so you have PNC and CPP.
Did they join NDC?
At the time, I don't remember.
Maybe in those days, a 2/3 majority was not such a desirable point for lobbying of them. I don't know. Because this is pretty close to 2/3, but it never really came up in the discourse of the time. And I do know that some of the PNC MPs were aligned to one side or the other. Was this the Indum Parliament?
No, this wasn't the Indum Parliament. This was the Parliament long before Indum. Yes.
Indum joined in 2000.
Yes.
Okay.
So Bernard, actually, if you check the City Newsroom information on the election in 96, the NPP had 61 seats. The NDC had 129 seats.
129.
129.
129
and then PNC had 2.
Okay.
I believe. So.
Then it's not up to 200. Because if you have 129 plus 61, that's 190 plus 2. Were they independent? There were a few independents.
One,
Charlie.
yes.
Political history. I could only do political science. All right, whatever. So this is the first time a parliament will have 2/3 majority.
Yeah, I'm saying that the 1993 Parliament
Had
had
that.
in excess of that. Yes.
Yep.
I'm trying. I got a number recently.
But
for
did
some
they
reason
do? The reason I'm not talking a lot about the 93 Parliament was that this was the first Parliament after a long break. So a lot of what we know Parliament to be able to do, Sky, don't forget this was Rawlings's first post-military presidency. So Parliament was not necessarily seen as a check on government at that time.
Also because there was no opposition in that parliament.
So what I'm trying to say is that that parliament did not construe its 2/3 majority in the way in which it will be construed today. Today, 2/3 means a lot for either helping to the government to rule or to oppose the government when they go wrong. In 93, our public discourse around parliament was not mature yet. So there wasn't, and even nobody was thinking about it that way. All right. So this is going to be an unprecedented parliament where now we are very aware of what parliament can do or cannot do. And you have 2/3, which can be massively an advantage for either stifling or sort of supporting the government. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll delve into what the makeup of this parliament will look like, because there are some unclear issues. The Electoral Commission is saying that some of the declarations that were made in the past week did not follow due process. The NDC is describing the recollation that's happening at the Tesano police depot as an illegality. We'll speak to the legal team of the two leading parties on this matter. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, Monday the 16th of December. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's time to maximize and grow your business exponentially. Just ask me how. Woodie, Bisame. Are you a shop owner, seamstress, trader, mechanic, or artisan? Are you a hotel or hospital owner? Or do you have a phone, a TV, car, house, or any property to sell? Bisame app is here to help connect you to customers. All you need to do is register your business, reach more customers, and watch your sales soar high. With Bisame app, your security is assured. Our trade assurance ensures that your online purchases are secure. Just locate the item you want to buy from any social media platform, inform Bisame. They will call the seller to bring the item to their office for inspection before you make payment, and they will ship the item to you wherever you are. With our in-app video calls, Bisame app gives you more safety. Download Bisame app on the Google Play Store or the App Store today and unlock endless possibilities. Grow your business, connect with customers, and enjoy success with ease.
Are you ready for the biggest Chop Bar conference yet? Get ready for an unforgettable experience in Peduasi Valley Resort on Saturday, 28th December 2024, as we bring the Chop Bar Conference to you this Christmas. From palm wine to asana, fufu, TZ, banku, omutuo, ebunubunu, ayoyo, and all the local delicacies you enjoy in your authentic asanka. We've got it all at this year's Chop Bar Conference. Buy as much as you can eat and drink while dancing to the best Bobobo tunes ever. Bring your family and friends and experience the vibrant charm of Chop Bar in a luxury setting. Remember, it's happening on 28th December at 11:30 a.m. sharp. For inquiries, call 0540-125-555 or 0540-125-554. Peduasi Valley Resort. Live life.
Big is better. Broom is best. Happy moment starts with Broom. Buy one and get one free. It is Broom. Up to 25% discount. Buy an LED TV and get another TV for free. Buy an air conditioner and get a ceiling fan for free. Simply ask of Broom. There is more for everyone in Ghana. Free gifts and more on Broom freezers, refrigerators, and many more. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or 0800-100-247. Broom leaves you with a smile.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Time check 9:24. Send us your views. We've basically created a cabinet positions in the studio. We haven't put anybody's name there, but we basically think that the 60 ministers is very possible. 16 regional ministers, no deputies, and the 19 cabinet positions, or even 20 times 2, 40. You still have about 4.
Did we add agriculture though?
Oh,
looks like a few messages.
And I'm learning.
Sky, you know,
the
Sky,
NDC campaigned on creating a standalone youth ministry.
That's why I wanted us to go into the
Sky.
We don't have a Greek here.
Sky, the reason we didn't have a Greek is, you know, if you did it the way you do parliament coverage, when you do the economic sector, then you do the defense security sector, you would have had it easier.
Yeah.
Because the economic sector is roads, economy, transport, agric. You get it. Then you do the security ministries is interior, defense, foreign affairs. Okay, so you have finance, roads. If you did it that way, it should have been easier. But the way you mixed it up, that's why we forgot agri. Anyway, let's do some announcements. And
before that, Bena, let me just add this. You know, you asked for a certain information that I was not ready.
Yes,
it was not. Yeah. So, in the 1993 Parliament that operated from 93 to 1997. The NDC, the parliament was made up of 200 members of parliament. Then you have National Democratic Congress, 189 MPs.
This was the one MPP boycotted?
Yes. National Convention Party, NCP, yes. They had 8 members of parliament.
Wow.
Then there was 1 member of parliament for the Egle Party. Egle. They call it Egle. The every Ghanaian living everywhere. And there were 2 independent members of parliament.
This was the 93 parliament.
This was the 93 parliament. So there were in all 185 men and 5 women.
That was where we started from in this republic.
Yeah.
Now we have
276.
Yeah.
And we are yet to know how many the NDC has, how many the MP.
Wonderful. All right, Nathan will give us some quick announcement.
Yes, Broom is saying that big is better, Broom is best. Happy moments start with Broom. Your best season with Broom is here. Buy one and get one free, plus up to 25% discount on discount only on Broom appliances. So you're getting a free TV, free microwave, free ceiling fan, and free blenders, depending on what you buy. Just call to free 0800 100 247. Broom leaves you with a smile. And this festive season is giving the best in entertainment on DSTV, whether it's footballing, great crystal clear HD, or local content on Aquaba Magic, or diving into cartoons on Cartoon Network, Disney Junior, on Nickelodeon. They have you covered on every front. So dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected and be part of the enjoyment. DSTV is your home of entertainment. And if you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, and you want a vibrant student experience plus 50% scholarship for your degree, you need to speak to the people at Lancaster University Ghana. They are providing the finest faculty trained to UK standards. Call them on 0209 607008 or send them an email, admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana is the only British uni campus in West Africa. Now, if you want to have control over your electricity supply, Deep Solar has you covered. For only 58,000 cedis, you can go fully solar and enjoy independence from the grid. Okay, full independence from the grid. No more doom, so all of that. Call 059 549 4113 or visit deepsolarghana.com to learn more. Empower your home with Deep Solar Ghana, where energy independence begins. And if you want your child to explore STEM this holiday season, you need to enroll them in the Nyansapor Institute online STEM program from the 17th of December to the 24th of January 2025. It's for those who are aged 12 and above, and they'll get into coding, 3D design, hands-on projects from the comfort of their home. Give your child the gift of STEM today. Call 053 711 7334. Visit nyansaporinstitute.com to register today and unlock their potential.
Now, if you're looking for the perfect holiday getaway, join Global Wings Travel and Tours for a 7-day tour of Cape Town and Johannesburg. Celebrate Christmas in style with our exclusive package from 24th to 31st December. A package which includes return ticket, 4-night Cape Town hotel, 3 nights Joburg hotel, daily breakfast, and Stellenbosch Wineland, etc. Make your Xmas vacation a reality. Call or WhatsApp 055-368-8398 or 055-018-8181. Global Wings, truly global, proudly Ghanaian. Are you ready to boost your viewing experience? Then Showmax is your best bet with the latest blockbuster movie, popular international and local series, kids shows and the Premier League, Showmax has it all and more. And with many payment options, signing up is as easy as ABC. Visit showmax.com, follow the prompts and pay with MTN, Momo, Visa or your MasterCard. You're good to go. Stream all your favorite content from the comfort of your home or on the go. And for the binge watchers, Showmax has got you covered. So go ahead and add a little more to your viewing experience. Showmax, streaming for Ghana. Now, Nathan, I know you're looking for litigation-free land. I know you don't like litigation. You are not like somebody sitting next to you. He likes court, but you don't like court. So you have to go to Royal Kingdom because you don't small court, Sane. You don't like controversy. We specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. Now we have land in prime areas like Accra and Ebri. Land starts from 90k. We offer, and this is Ghana Cedis, flexible payment plans, affordable homes ranging from 2-bedroom and premium furnished apartments for short rental. Call 055-755-5909 or send us an email at info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. All right, now we're looking for clarity on the number of seats won. If you go to our dashboard, it's a bit strange because we don't have all the 276. We have about 10 outstanding, depending on what has happened. For the Upper East region, everything is clear. Upper West region, everything is clear. The North, everything is clear. Volta and Uti, everything is clear. Bono East, Techiman South is not clear. Ahafo, everything is clear. Bono itself, everything is clear. Western North, we believe for Parliamentary, everything is clear, although there could be one. Western region, we were told there was something with a fear, but we are not sure. Most of the places are clear. Then you come to Greater Accra, that's where the problem is. There are about at least four that are not clear. So Okankwe Central is not very clear. Ablekuma North is not very clear. Dominica Binya is not very clear. Neither is Tema Central. You go to Ashanti, Ahafo Ano. One of the Ahafo Anos is not very clear. And then you do, Eastern. There's a couple of issues in Sao Madrejiri. One of the Fantiakwas is not very clear as well. So let's talk to NDC first. George Lowe is the Deputy Director for Legal Affairs of the NDC. What numbers are they working with? That's number one. What do they make of the EC's views about the 4 or so that were declared in the course of the week? And has the injunction secured been effected? Mr. Lowe, thanks for joining us. Good morning. Hello, George Lowe. Hello. All right, I'll put Mr. Lowe back. George Lowe himself is a former MP for North Dai, who's now the Deputy Director of Legal Affairs for the NDC, and we are suspecting there will be a lot of court when it comes to this week.
Yeah, in fact, yesterday I received a process
already.
That was filed regarding one of the seats in the. This is the Trubu constituency seat. So this is a petition in the matter of Article 99 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana 1992, in the matter of Section 14 of the Representation of the People Act, in the matter of parliamentary election for the Trubu constituency held on the 7th of December 2024.
Wow.
And is between Dr. John Kofi Halm, who is the petitioner, versus Gloria Usu, who is the first respondent, Electoral Commission of Ghana, the District Office, and the Clerk of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. And basically, they are arguing that the declaration made, which the declaration appears to confirm the NPP as the winner of that particular seat, is unacceptable, unsupported by the facts, and that there should be a declaration to that effect.
This is Trobu?
This is Trobu constituency. It used to be Trobu Amasaman, and divided it into two. So it is now Trobu constituency.
All right. I'll add that later. So George Lowe is the Deputy Head of Legal for NDC. George, thanks for joining us. Good morning. Hello, Mr. Lowe, can you hear me? Hello, George, if you can hear me. Well, we seem to be having some challenge with our own technical issues. Hello, George, can you hear me? All right, we'll fix that in a second. So, Sky, I wanted to go to Trobu, where you say there was a challenge We did not report on any major issue from Trobu necessarily, so I'm a bit.
I'll be surprised.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is his claim?
So there are a number of issues that they raise in this particular petition. The difficulty I have, first of all, is that the representation of the people. Something is making some noise.
All right.
Yeah. The representation of the People's Act says that to file a petition, it has to happen within 21 days after the publication of the results in the Gazette.
You don't want to wait, Charlie.
No, it's a requirement,
okay.
and you have to meet that requirement. Now, what my difficulty is, the results were merely announced at the polling station by the the collation center by the Electoral Commission. The Act, as I know it, in all humility, says that you need to file the process within 21 days upon the publication in the Gazette. So I don't know why already there are court processes to that effect in the name of a petition.
People don't want to wait.
So maybe the NDC would have to explain to us why.
For Trobu?
Yeah, for Trobu.
Let me actually go to the region and check our dashboard to just give you some highlights from the Greater Accra region. Now, in Greater Accra region, our map has... So we have 276 constituencies. We have allocated, based on what was announced, 267. Greater Accra, we've allocated
267
for the whole country out of 276. So in our view, about 9 are disputed.
Okay.
For Greater Accra, the disputed ones include Tema Central and Abrikuma North. All right. And Trobu, which is interesting, Trobu for Parliamentary, the information we have is that Gloria Usu got 54% and John Halmad 43%. So 43,789 for Gloria and 35,147. It will be interesting to know what the issues are. But let me come to George Low. George, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Well, good morning. I lost you long time.
Charlie, congrats on winning the election as a party.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie.
Wonderful.
And thanks for your support.
Wonderful.
All of you.
What numbers are you working with? On our dashboard, we believe about 9 parliamentary seats are disputed. So we are not even sure who to give the victory to. But on our dashboard, on our website, 267 are quite clear. From what you know, how many of the seats are clear? How many of them you believe have not been resolved?
Well, as you know, there are as many as about 12 seats that the MPP says they do not agree with the result. And then there are, among the 12 are also some that have been called for the NDC and recollated or whatever, and taking about like Obuasi East and a few other places. But bottom line is that from our own point of view, we believe that we have in minimum about 185 seats, excluding some of the.
So even without the disputed ones, you have about 185.
Yes, about one. That is what our records that
All right.
we believe we won.
I can do a region by region. I check Upper East, there's no problem. All the seats are clear. Upper West the same. Nothing, no problem. In Bono East, I think Techiman South is disputed.
South, yes.
Correct. If you come to Ashanti, Ahafuano North is disputed, correct?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
If I come to Eastern, I think there's a dispute in Isao Madrejiri.
Yes.
Is Suhum
and also I think there's one other one in
Suhum was declared by the EC last week for MPP.
Yes.
Then there was Fantiakwa North, which we believe NDC was given.
Yes.
So for Eastern region, what is not clear is in Isao Madrejiri.
Yeah, that's the main.
The main one.
Main one.
There are a few in Accra that are worth mentioning. Domi Kwabinya is one. Tema Central is another. Okaikwe Central is another. Ablekuma North is another. Good. So those are the 4 I know from off the top of my head. I've also seen a legal process that your Trobu candidate, Mr. Ham, has initiated against the EC and against Gloria Owusu for the Trobu one, but I don't think that's part of the original group. Now, let me just first get the party's position. General Mosquito had a press conference last week and said, what is happening at the police depot in Tesano is an illegality. Yes. Now, can you explain? Because the NDC was there from the beginning. I think when our reporter went there from Monday, Tuesday, Otokuno was there, Edu Jitamaklo was there, even Samuel George was there.
In actual fact, at a point I was there myself.
Wonderful. So at what point did it become an illegality?
Well, you see, the point we are making is that we were invited by were told by the EC that the ballot process and all those things are being taken to the police training school. So our people followed up and then called us and said, look, this is what the EC is doing. They have moved the process of, there were some, like in Sawama, at the time collation had not been completed. So he said he had moved all those processes to the police training school. So we had to go there as leaders of the party to go and see what was happening. So when we got there, indeed, where the collation was in process, we waited to see what they would do, but under protest, because we were of the view that jurisdiction-wise and everything-wise, even if the process will be completed, it cannot be taken out of the region or the constituency from where the coalition is supposed to be done, because it's a constituency election. So if you so much to carry it to another location, to another region, we believe that it is not in tandem with the law. And so that's why our chairman was very clear that what they've done is an illegality. An illegality, whether you participated or not, an illegality is an illegality. You don't waive your right or you don't correct an illegality by just saying that I also want to sit and observe the process. It doesn't make it illegal in any way. An illegality is an illegality. And therefore, it is for those reasons that we've gone to court, to enjoin the process and enjoin the EC from
let's
continue in delinquency.
So in the case of the police headquarters, a police training school, they declared Suhum and a couple others. I think they declared Fantiakwa North, if I'm mistaken.
Yes.
It was an Eastern region issue they were dealing with. So you're saying that for all those declarations done at the police depot, the police training school, they are illegal?
Yes, they are illegal. The EC had no right to do that. The EC had no right to even move the process there to start with. If you are saying people were working under intimidation, how do you feel that you have a room full of policemen, some armed, with police CID commissioners going in and out issuing instructions? How can anybody feel safe there and say that I participated in the process? So we are saying that whole thing is an illegality. We are not going to agree.
Okay, in the case of police depot, Suhum was declared for MPP, Akwitia was declared for MPP, but Fantiakwa North was it declared for MPP too?
No, it was declared for MPP. He had anyhow been declared for NDC already.
Okay, I get it. So Fantiakwa North had declared for NDC in the constituency.
And then in the constituency, and then they came to the police and said he had declared it for the entity. And we are saying that all those ones are by law illegal. And so we are not, it's not something the process we are going to accept. We will fight to the very end. It is our constituency, we want it.
Well, wonderful. Okay, so as far as you are concerned, the winner of Fantiakwa North was the NDC candidate because he was declared in the constituency.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. Yes.
Are you also saying you won Akwitia and Suhum, or you are just saying that the declaration of the MPP is wrong?
We are saying that we don't agree with those declarations, and that's why we will fight them in court.
All right. Now, prior to this, Okaikwe Central had been declared at the regional EC headquarters for NDC. All right, as has Ablekuma North as well.
Yes.
But that's also not the place the election was held. So, per your argument, those should also be illegal, right?
You see, I raised the issue of jurisdiction. We are talking about Greater Accra. So, if for any reason the process was shifted to another, and within the EC's regional office, it was the EC's office. So, provided that it is the same officers that were in charge of the elections in that region who declared the results. So be it. But we are saying that in this case, the whole thing has been taken from one region to another. Anything could have even happened in the process. So we are saying that jurisdiction-wise alone, we do not agree to what the EC did. The EC overstepped its bounds. He violated the law. So what they went and did in Accra is an illegality. You know that even in law, where you are resident somewhere and your case has been taken to another jurisdiction, you can always file an application for it to be moved back.
All right, fair enough. But why are you limiting this to regional jurisdictions? Because Tema Central was declared for NDC, but it wasn't declared in Tema Central. I'm told it was declared in a different constituency, or by an officer from a different constituency.
Yes. We are saying that what are the circumstances? Let's look at the circumstances, and let's look at again regional jurisdiction. I'm saying that to the extent that after all, the regional, for instance, the regional coalition, are we not doing it in EC offices across the region? So even if the decision was taken at the regional coalition, it is within the ambit of the regional boss of the EC to deal with this, and it was within the same region. But we are saying in effect that so far as these ones are concerned, they moved from Eastern region to Greater Accra region.
But if the officer doing the declaration is an Eastern regional officer, does that not cure that?
Well, we are saying under what circumstances?
But if the Eastern region, if for example, for sake of argument, George, for sake of argument,
was Tema Central, for instance, declared with policemen in a room full of policemen? No, but even then, Tema Central, what we are saying is that the collation has been done. Don't forget, what is it called? 30 months out. 30 months out, where was the collation done? Where was the declaration done? The declaration was not done at the EC office. It was done elsewhere, but the Mensa said it was right that if we had a problem, we should go to court. So we are saying that to the extent that our parliamentary candidates have been declared by officers of the EC, within the once that declaration has been made, it is only a court of law that can say it is legal or it is illegal.
So, I'm just trying to understand your position so that listeners follow. You're saying that based on that 2020 precedent of Techiman South, if the declaration is done within the same region by an officer of the Electoral Commission, that declaration is valid
until overturned by a court of law.
But you disagree with what's happening in the police depot because Suhum, Akwetia, and Fantiakwa North and in Sawam are not in the Greater Accra region. So doing the recollation in Accra itself, you think is illegal. And the collation that is being done there, you think is illegal, purely on the regional location.
That is number one. Number two is also on the grounds that, you see, let's separate the two processes. One, we are saying that where, for instance, in Fantiakwa North, where the EC officer had at the place declared the NDC candidate as elected. Those ones, we are saying that there is nothing anybody can do about it. Even if the declaration was not proper, it is only a court of law that can justify that when you listen to both parties. Then there is the issue of continuing processes that was terminated and ballot papers and things moved all the way to, to Greater Accra. And we are saying that that process in itself is wrong.
Okay, I get the point. So you're separating Fantiakwa North, where a declaration had been done, and you believe you won, from places where collation had not finished and could not be done. So in your view, Fantiakwa North should be maintained for NDC.
Yes.
And Suhum and Akwetia, if recollation is to be done, it should be done in the region. And the declaration done.
The region. And that is why to the extent that our injunction is saying that EC should stop the process. It should stop whatever is happening at the
fair enough.
Training school.
Now EC also says Dome Kwabenya, Okaikwe Central, and Ablekuma North and Tema Central did not follow laydown process as enshrined in CI 127, despite police presence at the collation centers to enable the commission staff undertake the recollation. According to the EC, the centers were besieged by party supporters who took over the process and forced their staff to declare results of their preferred candidate, and therefore those processes are they were violated and not followed, and therefore they are illegal. What is your view on that?
Well, we are saying that the EC has the right to go to court to challenge whatever it has done, or to defend whatever it has done. We are saying that, so far as we are concerned, a declaration has been made. And the law is clear that where a declaration has been made, it is only a court of law that can overturn that. That is why 99 of the Constitution is there. 2, the EC itself, using 30-man South precedent, says that when you have a problem with a declaration, go to the High Court. So what has changed? We are only following EC's own precedent. We are saying that, well, if you think that there is a problem with the declaration that your officers have done, well, let those affected by that declaration go to court for it to be overturned. We are not asking for too much. We are not asking for too much.
Okay, just finally, in relation to the Ahafo Ano in Ashanti,
yes.
What is your understanding of the dispute, and has the declaration been done yet?
It's one of the outstanding constituencies that issues have cropped up and they are dealing with. But all this, what I just want to say is that everywhere that there's a problem, we have gone to court over it. We stop the EC from doing any declaration or whatever processes that they are doing. Let's meet them in court. Let them meet us in court. Whatever the court decides, we follow it.
All right. Finally, so this your injunction you've requested. Was it on notice or ex parte for the estoppel of what is happening in the?
It was on notice.
On notice. So you are convinced that it has been stopped. EC will not continue the collation today.
Of course, EC has been stopped. EC has been set. For the someone, EC, you remember they were trying to save the even not done prayer on Friday, and he evaded service. But then Bosman Asari and others had agreed, said that they are.
Finally, my understanding of this whole court process, not on injunction necessarily, but on challenges, is that it has to happen within 21 days of the publication of the election results, I believe, by the EC. So as we speak, the EC hasn't even sent a writ of the election to the Parliament yet. So we don't even know, in this disputed case, we don't even know who has won. So it appears that the basis for a legal challenge.
Bottom line is that we are challenging the EC's conduct.
Even prior to their.
We are not EC. When the elections are gazetted, then challenges can now be done based on the fact that I lost my seat, I don't agree, those kinds of things. But for now, we are saying that the process must be curtailed, and we are giving grounds of which we believe that the process must be curtailed, and we are also giving grounds to which the declarations in our favor must stand until it is set aside by a court of law.
All right. So let me just summarize my understanding of what you've said. You are saying, number one, the collation that is being done at the police headquarters of Eastern Regional constituencies should be stopped because of the injunction. Number two, the declarations that were done in the Greater Accra Regional headquarters of the EC, you think they should stand?
They should stand because the final declaration has been done.
Even though it was done in a different constituency, the ones done at the regional headquarters.
Well, the bottom line is that the EC's agents in that region has declared a candidate after going through all the processes. You only declare a candidate winner when you have gone through all the necessary processes satisfactorily, and then you raise your hand. When you undertake that exercise, you are if you have no power to do anything about it until the person challenges it in court and maybe it's overturned.
Are you aware about the Trobu case that your candidate has brought against the winner?
I have heard, I've been told, but I haven't seen the writ. I haven't seen the so I cannot talk to that one now. I've been told that there is a process like that being worked on, but I haven't seen it. It has been a tight weekend. So
all right,
as I speak to you now, I'm not even at my desk.
Fair enough.
To give you the
Fair enough.
nitty-gritties of all the others.
Fair enough, George. Well, thank you for talking to us. He's the Deputy Director of Legal for NDC. For the awareness of that, let me mention the constituencies from Citi that we know have issues. In the Eastern region, there's Suhum, Akwetia, Fantiakwa North, and Insama Madoji. That makes 4. Recollation is yet to take place in Hafuano Southwest, in Hafuano North, Obuasi East, and Techiman South. So those are 4 in addition to 4. That's 8. Then we have Domi Kwabenya, Okankwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central. That's another 4. So 12. 4 in Accra, 4 in Eastern, 3 in Ashanti, 1 in Bono East. So those are the 4. So again, Suhum, Akwetia, Fantiakwa North, and Insama Madoji for Eastern, Hafuano Southwest, Hafuano North, and Obuasi East in Ashanti, Techiman South in Bono East, Tema Central, Ablekuma North, Okankwe Central, and Domi Kwabenya in Greater Accra. Stay with us.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Win big! Just buy any Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics and appliances and stand a chance to win free TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, refrigerators, gas cookers, chest freezers, home theaters, small kitchen appliances, and many more. How to enter? Dial star 920 star 888 hash. Select option 1 to enter raffle. Select region of purchase. Enter item serial number and you're good to go. Increase your chances by buying more to enter multiple times. Follow us for weekly and monthly winner announcements. Terms and conditions apply. This is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Papa Nunye, Papa Nunye, Papa Naka Mesio, Papa Nunye Kamesio. Only one politician, strong and reliable, trusted by generation. We want the citizens to buy only politicians. Papa Nunye, Papa Nunye, Accra Plumbers, say so.
Big is better. Broom is best. Happy moment starts with Broom. Buy one and get one free. It is Broom. Up to 25% discount. Buy an LED TV and get another TV for free. Buy an air conditioner and get a ceiling fan for free. Simply ask of Broom. There is more for everyone in Ghana. Free gifts and more on Broom freezers, refrigerators, and many more. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or 0800 100 247. Broom leaves you with a smile.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 for the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Make you know they fear nobody. Make you know they mind your post watching. Live your life, the work will make you happy. Hey, that's enough, I won't watching. This life be you alone. Make you they watch your steps on the road. Try to learn to be a player. And make sure the game not go play never. And don't let the paper make it deceive you. Make you they think say you be better than everybody. Hey, hey. God see because they bless me. Hey, he be in the only hey.
Time check is 9:15. Okay, so the other thing we need to say is that Parliament reconvenes today, and they have a Sky. This is help me. This is the 8th
Parliament of the Fourth Republic,
and this is the last
So this will be the last session.
Yeah, this is the last.
Yeah.
So every Parliament has how many sessions?
I think generally it should be 4 if my memory serves me correctly.
I see. So when they break the year into 4. So they
will do one.
Yeah. So this is the 4th session.
Yeah.
The final session
right.
of the 8th Parliament.
Yeah.
So from now to when?
So I honestly don't know the calendar fully, but it should be after the vote on accounts is passed, it will be after they have passed their conditions of service. You know, the Article 71 office holders, then the payments we make to them, they have to pass that. And then also, there are a number of outstanding things, including the justices of the Supreme Court who have been vetted and yet to be approved by Parliament, and a number of other things. When that is done and the President comes before the House to provide or give us his final State of the Nation address before the close.
So they'll probably be busy from now till they can even get into January.
No. Well, they can technically they can go
because
into,
the new Parliament is after 7th
Yeah,
January.
Technically they can take it to January.
All right. So those are the key things that need to be addressed.
Yeah,
it's going to be very interesting to see if these 12 matters will be resolved before
the House.
Yes, because the EC will, because I'm told the EC has to send some information to the clerk.
Yeah, so the writ basically communicates as a matter of law that these are the people, the certified list of people properly elected by the people of Ghana to take part in the swearing-in process and then become.
And that is sent to the clerk.
Yeah, it was sent.
And when they move to January 7 to Parliament, the clerk will then
read out
the names.
Yeah, that's right.
And when you read, you call president, say go and sit down.
Yeah, that's right.
Then they will then elect their speaker and then start their
exactly.
sitting.
And the thing is that list is based on the list that is gazetted by the Electoral Commission.
Where is the gazetting done?
It is done by Assembly Press.
So they publish the list.
They publish it.
Send it to the clerk. Then the clerk can begin work in Parliament.
Yeah, and under the law, in my respectful view, what I understand the law to say in or the decisions of the court previously is that the only time you can challenge the result of an election is where the gazetting has been done.
So those who are in court to say they have won.
Yes.
They have to wait for that gazette to be
exactly
done. Although if somebody says something happening in a place should be injuncted, that's not really necessarily in relation to an election outcome.
Yeah, the difficulty though is that the law says, in my respectful view, that you can only apply for an injunction when you have a substantive writ.
Well, we can deal with that later.
Generally.
Well, the matter is in court, so it looks like it's the court that will decide everything.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. We've been on air since 6:25 with the Citi Breakfast Show, and it's time for Citi News at 10. Juby Riafia Kinting is here with Citi News at 10. Good morning.
Good morning. This is the Election Bureau. Hello and welcome to Citi News at 10. My name is Juby.